All right, I think we have been live for quite some seconds now, and for some reason, my computer didn't want to tell me until at the very end, but that's okay. What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. I hope all of you guys are having a phenomenal New Year's Day. Happy New Year's to everyone. Happy New Year's to everybody. I hope all of you guys are having a fantastic New Year's Day. I know mine has been great. I was able to spend time. Oh, hold up. Is this? Are we okay? Are we here? All right, cool. So okay, I think we're good. Sorry, I thought for a second we weren't actually. It says upcoming. So I thought for a second we're actually live. Everybody in chat, if you can hear me and if you can see me, make sure to let me know, because YouTube's been acting a little funky and my link is acting a little funky. It's not showing the actual thing. So if I'm live and everything, let me know. Let me know in the chat. We can hear you? Okay, got you. You can see me and hear me. Okay, good. You're live. All right. Sorry, for some reason my what's it called? My live link thing that I used like to post on my other socials was acting like I wasn't live. So that's weird, but we out here. Let's go. So what's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome. Like I said, welcome back. Happy New Year's to everybody. I hope all of you guys are doing good. We're gonna talk about some Nintendo Switch 2 stuff. Obviously, that's all anybody wants to talk about. I make a big Nintendo Switch compilation video, and nobody watches that. I make a Switch 2 video, and everyone watches that. So yeah, we're here talking about it. So yeah, we're gonna discuss some of the stuff that's been happening. The most recent information, people now coming out of the woodwork, people that don't even talk about Nintendo now all of a sudden come out of the woodwork, talk about they know about the power or what it's going to be or what it's not, or PS4 Pro or not, which I never like the comparisons, because I think that you're not going to be able to compare it to anything on the market, like anybody that knows anything about tech has said. But yeah, we're going to discuss that and everything, so it should be a lot of fun today. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. I've watched a number of videos from people like Doc Trey. I've seen videos. I've seen what people are saying like on Twitter. I've kind of analyzed everything. And then I've also used my experience from covering the Nintendo Switch to kind of like gauge like what's happening. And it's always funny because a lot of people don't remember, like they don't like to actually remember what happened before. They like to make up their own narratives and make up stuff that's not even like real. And it's usually when people who don't cover Nintendo decide to try to get clicks or try to get notification or get whatever, you know. That's usually who it comes from. So we're going to discuss that as well. Big love to Brandon F. Thank you for the 15 months of membership. I appreciate that. Shout outs to the Geek Show. Let's get to the top. Let's go over some shout outs, then we'll get into the actual news. Mr. Dior is here. Anthony Smith is here. Estrat is here. What is good? Exalted Donut. I saw Bead Queen here. Lord Drifter. Glenmore Register. What's up, Glenmore? Neil Blitz the Frog. Yes, Bead Queen is here. And she has the new 2025 Nintendo post as her logo. I like it. Style Boys is here. OJ starts on time, unlike some other live streamers. Listen, man. I've been late to my own live stream so many times, so I'm not even gonna act like I haven't been late numerous times to my own live stream. So I appreciate it. I'm trying to start on time. New Year's resolution. Start on time. Chalice DJ. What's up, Chalice DJ? Marco Silva. Roger. Figure drawing. What's up, man? We're talking to AI, OJ. All right, it's AI. You gonna make an update video about Switch 2 board links? I already did, like in Hero, so it's on the channel right now. So I did that this morning. So if you ever want to know if like what I've done or anything like that, you just look on the channel. If you just take a quick look and see like my most recent videos, and then if you look at that, you'll know what I've been talking about. So that's already up on the channel in terms of the most recent stuff. We're gonna talk about it now as well. So, but yeah, that's up on the channel. That was this morning I did that. So yeah. I'll put a link to it if you want to, I don't know, watch it real quick, or I'm not sure. But anyway, there was the video. So yeah, I did that this morning. Let's see. What's up, Shadow Fox? I despise Nintendo grifters. Oh man, I mean, we're at this point to where the name grifter is just labeled on so many different things. I don't even know what it means anymore for some people. Last video was cursed with that smile thumbnail. Well, some of you guys got the smile thumbnail. Some of you guys got Sora from Kingdom Hearts 4. So it was honestly random what you get. So 50% of you guys are seeing the smile thumbnail. 50% of you guys are seeing the Sora thumbnail. So yeah, it's funny. Let me know what you guys like more. You guys like meme thumbnails a little bit more, or you guys like regular thumbnails? YouTube tells me it's 50-50. YouTube says that it doesn't matter because I put both of them. And YouTube tells me it doesn't matter which one I use, so there's that. Shout out to Mad Kaiser. Thank you for watching, though. Watch the video, but I don't remember you going over the famine boards info with the chips on the board. I'll watch again. I went over it. I showed the leaked board images, but I also said that this doesn't mean anything, which it doesn't. Like, it doesn't mean anything for most people. Like, there's nothing that you can take from that and say, oh, it's gonna be X, Y, and Z. Not yet. We got to get the full picture, which I said that in the video, you know. Yo, Shaw X with the big $20 and says, Happy New Year, big homie. Yo, Shaw X, crazy love recently, man. I mean, I know you're always supporting, and I appreciate you, brother, but goodness gracious, another 20 piece, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Thank you so much, Shaw X. Shaw X with the big $20 dono. Combo breaker working? No, it's not. I thought we could snap out of it and it can work. No, it's cooked. It's cooked, Shaw X. It's cooked. But you know what isn't cooked? Shaw X, the fiber man, is not cooked with the big $20. You know the Hokage and Stream Ninja. Anybody does 20 or we beat up my man Shaw X on the board. Such a cool name. Such a cool name. We got to get you on the board, brother. Thank you for the big 20. 20 on the board as well. We already got the first overclock though. 15-minute extension locked in. Let's go, baby.
Overclock Buster.
Why do Central Leaks Nintendo Doom posting with all this ANM stuff? Because Central Leaks are morons. No offense, I have Central Leaks muted. Central Leaks are morons. They have no idea about hardware. They never have had any idea about hardware. And for them to try to sit there and start Doom posting over 8NM when they don't even know, it could be smaller, it could be whatever the case is. We don't know the rest of it is absolutely moronic. Because Central Leaks, they're clickbait, line frauding, scamming Twitter page. I've had them muted for the longest time. They're ridiculous. Sam Talks Games with the $9.99 and says, hey, OJ, just wondering if you have any tips on how to overcome gaming burnout. Gaming as a whole, unfortunately, doesn't feel engaging right now, and it kind of sucks to be that way. You know what? There was a good video that I saw on my homepage that talked about finishing more games and gaming burnout. That's a good discussion piece, and maybe that's a video that I can discuss. But I think for me, I'm kind of in a little bit of a gaming rut because usually when you find a game that you really love, once you beat that game, there's like nothing left. It's just, that's it, right? It's just done, right, Sam? So I'm kind of in that right now. I'm kind of feeling out what type of games to play. But essentially what you've got to do is that you've got to just cycle through games and find something that actually hooks you. For a while, it was Neo for me, where that kind of hooked me, but then it just got boring, for me. So I just kind of stopped playing. So cycle through as many games as possible until something hooks you. And don't feel like if you play a game and you don't like it, just drop it. Just drop it right there. You don't have to sit there and play it over and over. So I would say cycle through your game, cycle through your backlog, and maybe something hooks and finds you. If nothing hooks and finds you, then just don't play anything. Don't play anything. Just keep up with the news. Watch my vids. You know what I'm saying? Keep up and talk about games. Do what I'm doing. Talk about video games, whatever. But you don't have to be actively playing. You know, and wait for something that you're really excited to play comes out. You know, so that's what I found out. Right now, I'm a little bit of a rut myself. So yeah. Hopefully that helps. Big love though. Appreciate you. Big love to Sam Talks Games. Guys, give Sam Talks Games some love as well. 30 on the board already. You guys are humming on New Year's Day. Yo, overclocks. 30 on the board. Overclock. 30-minute extension. Let's go.
Overclock Buster.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I've been cycling through. I think I've cycled through 5 or 6 PS5 games in the last, like ever since I beat Metaphor Refantasio. I've literally cycled through like 5 or 6 games, and I still haven't landed on anything that I truly want to play. I picked up Neo for about 20 hours, and then I got to this poison level, and it was just stupid. And I got tired of using the big axe, and I'm just like, I don't want to play anymore. This level design's really weird. So yeah, I bought Visions of Mana. I think I'm gonna check that out. That comes on Sunday, so I'll check out that. I tried Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, and I was playing that. I was playing, I just went back, did another Final Persona 5 Royal. I'm got a little bit of everything, but right now I'm in Metaphor Refantasio depression, after I beat that game. So if anything, I probably won't play anything until Donkey Kong Country returns. I know that game's good. It's a remaster, so I know it's gonna be really good, so I'll play that and enjoy it. Yeah, just enjoy Better Call Saul. Yeah, enjoy Better Call. Just watch Better Call Saul. There's been times in the past when I'm in a gaming rut where I just watch anime. I just watch shows and stuff like that. So you can do that until something that really piques your interest. Central Leaks were getting rightfully cooked for speaking on things they don't understand. They should just stick to Pokemon Leaks. I didn't look at the comment section for Central Leaks, but yeah, they should get cooked because that's insane to sit there and say, one, say from that picture that it's 8NM, and two, even if it is, there's still the rest of the system to be built. That doesn't mean it's gonna be, oh, ports are gonna be this, oh, it's gonna be this, oh, it's gonna be that. Like, that's insane. We gotta see the rest of the system. And even if that's the case, it's the same nonsense that people were trying to say with the Switch 1. Like, it's we already went through this. It's not going to be some type of, and let me just say it right now, there are some crazy Nintendo fans out there that are thinking that this thing's going to be some type of beast powerhouse. It's not. It's not going to be some type of ROG Ally Super X that they're selling for 800, okay? These people online, Central Leaks, these PC gamers, they're completely deluded. They're in La La Land. They're crazy because they think that Nintendo should be able to somehow supply a PS5 or something like that for $400 as a new system, because they're seeing ROG Ally specs, or they're seeing the new systems that seriously, systems that are $600, $700, $800, you know, that nobody buys, that nobody, like, you're not selling a lot of these systems, right? At least compared to Nintendo Switch. And they're so deluded, they think that these systems are selling well. They think that these systems are selling well, and they think that this should be the standard, and it's not. It's just not. Nobody's gonna buy a freaking ROG Ally X mass market device for $700, $800. So they think that Nintendo should somehow supply some type of device that is similar, but somehow get it at $400. These people are complete morons. Like, complete morons. That's not happening. It's just not happening. They've got to supply a system that's affordable, but then also can be, you know, decently powered, you know, above Steam Deck, you know, somewhere in that range, above it, but more modern, newer architecture, different stuff that it can do, obviously, you know, DLSS NVIDIA graphics, so it's a bit different there. So people are just really weird. This is really, really, really weird, people. And once again, these are the same people that are trying to act like Steam Deck and ROG Ally and all these are putting some type of big sales, and they're not, you know, they're not. It's their own world that they've surrounded themselves in, where you see people posting with these systems like Steam Deck and ROG Ally and acting like these systems are some type of huge viable mass market devices when Nintendo outsells all of them combined. You know what I'm saying? And then like by like triple or quadruple the amount. You could probably total up the whole sales of Steam Deck, ROG Ally, all of them, Lenovo, combine them all together, and then times it multiple times, and it probably wouldn't reach what Nintendo sold this year on the Switch, right? So that's the problem with these people. They don't live in a realistic world. They live in an online world where they think that somehow Nintendo's gonna have some type of performance of these newer chips and these newer things, and it's gonna be $400 too, by the way. You know, like, it's insane. I don't even see, like, I don't know, like, a portable Series S. I don't even know if it's gonna be that. We'll see. So let's see, man. Central didn't even know what they were talking about. Even John from DF had to kind of put Tom in check. DF usually gets a lot of help and discuss things Family Board spoke on for months. Yeah, like, I saw what Tom said, and I saw that he says it might not be like a PS4 Pro. I mean, no shots to Tom. No shots to Tom. But this is clout chasing at the highest level. This man, Tom, did not know that Nintendo calls physical and digital games software. Like, he didn't know that. Like, I listen, no shots to him. And honestly, he might be right in terms of what he's saying. He might be. But yes, John Lindemann from Digital Foundry had to come in there and say, well, actually, wait a minute, hold up. It's probably going to be way better, depending because of the newer architecture and all of that when it comes to it versus PS4 Pro and stuff that it can do compared to what PS4 Pro couldn't do overall. So yes, John from Digital Foundry had to come in and let him know. But Tom doesn't know any sources. He doesn't have any. I don't think he has any sources. He's probably just heard some scuttlebutt, which is fine. You know, it's no big deal. But remember, Tom was also the guy who legitimately did not know that Nintendo calls software like video game software, like physical and digital, they call it software. He had no clue. So I don't think this guy knows anything about Nintendo. I don't think he plays Nintendo games. I don't think he knows anything about Nintendo. I don't think he even cares. I think it's just, once again, he's just talking because he can talk, right? But yeah, I haven't heard him mention that. If you go through his Twitter page, he doesn't say anything about Nintendo. He never talks about sources or what he has or what he doesn't have. So I'm inclined to not really listen to what he has to say, just because, like I said, he did, like, I saw that he's kind of clout chasing with that that digital, like that first post, which is fine. It's his job. He's kind of clout chasing a little bit, but like he didn't even know that he called it software. And on top of that, what made things even worse to me is that he's cocky about it. Like I think, listen, if you're wrong about something, you can catch a L. I've caught many L's. If I'm wrong, I'll say that I'm wrong. I've done it many times. Many people were telling him, and I even showed him where Nintendo calls games physical and digital software. He never corrected that Twitter post that he had. He never edited it. He never responded to anybody telling him anything. He never did that. So that's how you can tell that he's a little bit cocky and arrogant, because people were telling him, dude, they call software physical and digital. They don't have to mention cartridges. That is not a separate thing. But he legitimately thought that Nintendo said that software means digital only. He didn't know. So, and he never corrected himself. So that's the reason why I'm like, okay, so he's a little bit cocky in terms of how he goes about his business. You know, instead of just saying, hey, you know what? It was my bad. I didn't know. But that it sounds so like, oh, it sounds so unprofessional for him to not know. So of course he's going to ignore it. And that's the issue that I have, you know? So it's facts. I mean, people like Faith in Switch 2 as well. OG Switch. I don't think people like Faith in Switch 2. It's just, like I said, it's just weirdos. It's weirdos. It's the crazy people online. It's the same people who said that the Switch 1 was gonna fail. So it's not people. It's not the audience that's actually gonna buy the system. They're all gonna buy the system. We're all gonna buy the system eventually. Maybe you don't get it at launch, you don't get it in the first year, but eventually you'll buy the system because you're gonna want to play the first party games. You're not gonna have to want to worry about, oh, I'm gonna download it on a ROG Ally or something. Like, you're just gonna want to play it natively or play it on the system. So eventually, we're all gonna get it. So it's not even about they have no faith. They're gonna buy it. It's just them talking. Honestly, they're all gonna buy it. Even if they don't like it, or even if they sell it later, they're all gonna buy it. So yeah, no point in ever thinking Nintendo's will be 4 nm. If A78 is 8 nm, that doesn't mean the GPU's package can never be smaller. Process Lovelace Black. Well, that's what I'm saying. We gotta wait till we actually get the device itself. Just finishing AOT. Places multiple people on Facebook. I think meant Facebook. Told me Nintendo isn't relevant because the device is underpowered. If Nintendo isn't relevant, then they wouldn't have to tell you that it's not relevant. So right there, that's a cope. If Nintendo wasn't relevant, then they wouldn't have to tell you that it's not relevant. You would just be that it's not relevant. You know what's not relevant? The Ouya. I don't have to tell you that the Ouya is not relevant. It's just not relevant. I don't have to tell you that the Xbox is not selling well. We just know that it's not selling well. You know, there's certain things that are not relevant or that are not doing well. You just know, you know, so you don't got to say it. But if someone has to tell you that something's not relevant or something's not this, even though when you know it is, when you clearly know that it is, that's how you know that it's a cope. Like, clearly Nintendo's very relevant, you know, so it's a cope on their end. Or troll. That's crazy. Sources and data is very important. Without it, you're just talking out of your butt. Not funny. I mean, listen, he might have a source, but I don't know if his source is correct. I just don't know if his source is correct because this guy's never talked about Nintendo stuff before. And once again, he did not know what software meant. His source should have told him, if he knows the power and everything, then he should have known that it's physical and digital, that software means physical and digital. Now, I know they're not a direct correlation, but at the same time, it just seems weird to me that you're someone that's been in the media now for how many years, and you don't know that Nintendo calls software, like physical and digital is called software. And it's literally, it's not even like I'm trying to be like a smart aleck about it or anything like that. Like, it's literally written right there on their page. Like, if you simply go to their top selling titles, it's not like I'm trying to be like, oh, well, I'm reading through all the different data or anything like that. Yo, legit, homie, it's like right here. Like, I'm not even trying to troll. It's like right here. Literally, Nintendo Switch software, and these sales are obviously combined physical and digital. They've been calling it software for a very long time. You can go all the way back. They've been calling it software for here's Wii software. Remember, Wii didn't have actual downloads, you know, for like physical games. Like, for big games, you couldn't download those. This stuff has been up for a hot minute now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this investor, you know, anybody who just pays attention, or if you just report on Nintendo, you don't gotta be, you know, a high-end reporter or anything, but they literally link this and say this every single year for a decade plus now. So this has been a thing for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? Nintendo DS software. This goes all the way back, you know, to the almost 20 years ago. We're in 2025. The Wii was 2006. We've been seeing these numbers and all this for decades now, and they literally say software from the DS all the way up to the Nintendo Switch. So the fact that he thought that software meant digital just shows that my man is not paying attention. You know, I don't think he knows anything or doesn't know much. But I think he was trying to be on the air, like air on the safe side, which is fine. He said like, at least, you know, we know for sure that it's digital, you know, confirmed. Like he didn't say cartridges, but once again, Switch software means physical and digital. That's what it just means. Like, it just, you know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to troll or anything, like say that he's dumb or anything, because he's not. You know, he's been around, and I'm, like I said, he's a peer, so that's fine. But I mean, like I said, the only reason why I'm saying this now as much as I am is because if you would have responded to me and like said, oh yeah, my bad on the whole thing with the whole Switch software and the backwards compatibility, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. But since he didn't, and since he refused to actually correct it, and he just left it up, and he never said anything, no, we're gonna go in a little bit, you know, like.
Overclock Buster!
So yeah, we're gonna go in a little bit. I'm really hoping Nintendo does better. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine. Trust me. When the system comes out, you'll be happy with it. Let's see here. You sound angry because of all these A&M fiasco. I'm not angry at all. I don't sound angry at all. I'm literally telling you guys what's happening. So I'm talking in a certain manner, and I'm explaining to you. So no, I mean, you sound like someone that can't comprehend what someone's saying. So you see someone black, and then you say automatically that they're angry about something, when there's nothing that I'm angry about. I'm simply saying that you can't just make up stuff. You know what I'm saying? When you feel like making up stuff. So no one's angry about anything, you know? Most people whining about Switch 2 performance are the same people who find with 40 FPS on a 720 on their Steam Deck. Well, Steam Deck is 800p. Yeah, people, there is some cross between that there. Software is software. It's a program designed to run on hardware. Why is this confusing people? It's not confusing anybody. So yeah. Digital Foundry did the whole expectations on Switch 2, and a good amount of Nintendo fans mauled at it. I never mauled at it, and I thought it was fine. Like, once again, TM, like, I don't mind. I just think that Tom Warren doesn't know what he's talking about. And not only does Tom Warren not know what he's talking about, there's people in the comment section that are like, even Digital Foundry cooked Tom Warren on his own post. So that's all I pointed out. You know, like I said, I wasn't trying to say that you're wrong or anything. What you're saying is that, like, Tom Warren got cooked by Digital Foundry. So you're saying, oh yeah, Digital Foundry did it, and people were modding Digital Foundry cooked Tom Warren. He literally cooked him in his own post. So that's what I was trying to say. It's like, Tom Warren doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to Nintendo, clearly, because Digital Foundry, which you've used to reference multiple times, literally contradicted what he just said. Like, I don't know about that, based off of what we know, you know, so far. So that's all I was saying. I wasn't trying to say that, you know, you're not right with what you're saying with the power or whatever the case is. It's going to be a modest system. It's not going to be some type of crazy, super powerful, you know, or anything like that, you know, or anything like that. So yeah. He says, calm down, you might get a stroke. All right, here's what I'll do. I'm going to calm down, and here's how I'm going to calm down. I'm going to calm you down by putting you in a timeout for 24. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to calm you down by putting you in a timeout for Jan Cock. You're just a troll. So we're going to calm you down by putting you in a 24. Go do something. It's New Year's Day, brother. If you want to enjoy the stream, but stop being a bitch and acting like somebody's upset. You're being super weird. How about you calm down and let me run my stream, brother? God dang. Stop being a weirdo. Let's see here. Maybe hot take, but only great game on Switch now is Fire Emblem. Last two games, Super Mario, Smash, Kart, Breath of the Wild. Yeah, it's definitely a hot take, and it's a bad take. You know, when in terms of, you said the only great game on Switch now is Fire Emblem. Last two, Smash, Super Smash, Mario Kart, Breath of the Wild. Yeah, that's definitely a terrible take, because there's been some other really good games in terms of the last, like the only great games. There's way more great games than that, Isaiah. So that's definitely a bad take in my opinion. Let's see here. I think he's slick. He made a statement. It depends on the individual interpretation of the opinion, making it both right and wrong based off the observer's perspective. Think he's slick, you know. Think he's slick. Let him come back on a new account. If he comes back on a new account, it gets me an extra view. This man's wasting his New Year's Day trying to dictate how I run my stream and how I talk. Nobody's upset. I'm simply discussing the news. That's it. But I'm not upset with anything. And here's the reason why I'm not upset. I already went through this the first time with the Switch 1. So it's like nobody's upset about anything. I'm simply talking in a performative matter. It's for the stream. It's to get you guys excited to talk about stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you guys want, I can talk less. I can do less if you guys want. But a lot of you guys want to hear me talk. Want to hear me, you know, discuss things. You guys want to hear some sauce and some flavor in the discussion. You don't want it to be all monotone and boring. Like, nobody's upset about anything. I'm Gucci. I'm good. Dr. Smooth with the $4.99 says, Happy New Year's, OJ community. I really appreciate the stream. Thank you so much, Dr. Smooth. I appreciate that. Gonna replay that for you. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the dono. That's 5 added on, 35 on the board. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, brother. Stream stuttering. Yeah, we are actually having some stream stutters. I don't know why we're having stream stutters. Hold up. Give me a second. Yeah, we're having some stream stutters, and I don't know why we're having stream stutters. That's the problem. Like, we haven't had any issues lately, so let me double check. All right, you guys refresh the stream. Refresh. It says so many Nintendo YouTubers are also overhyping Switch 2 on their channel. They're also part of the problem. So I mean, some of them are even saying Switch 2 will get AAA, PS5, and Xbox Series X games. So weird. It might. Wait a minute. Hold up. It might get some of those games. Why wouldn't it? The Nintendo Switch got some of those games. The Nintendo Switch got AAA PS4 games. Did it not? It got Nier, which is not on PS3 and Xbox 360. It got Doom. It got Doom Eternal. Those aren't on PS3 and Xbox 360. It got a number of games that were only on PS4. Heck, I mean, even if you look at it right now, there are some games that are PS5 and not on PS4 and Xbox One that the Switch gets. For example, like Dragon Quest. I mean, yeah, it's a HD 2D, but that's not on PS4 or Xbox One. So wait a minute, hold up. It absolutely could get some of those. Not saying that it's going to get everything, but to sit there and say that it won't get any of those, yeah, it will get some of those games that aren't on. There's a Switch version, but there's no PS4 version, but there's a Switch 2 version and a PS5 version and an Xbox Series X version. Absolutely, it will. Absolutely, the Switch got that. I mean, unless you guys want to, unless I'm missing something, unless the Switch 1 didn't get games that were not current, like, you know, PS4 and Xbox One games when it launched. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy, which has no business actually being on the Nintendo Switch, and that game's on there. Although there is a PS4 and Xbox One version of Hogwarts Legacy, but once again, that's also a downport. You know, they did PS5 and Xbox Series, and then they said, hey, we can make more money, so let's do it on PS4. And they're like, hey, we can also make more money, let's do it on Switch. You know, so they just said, hey, we can port it to other systems. But those games are basically PS5 and Xbox. Like, Hogwarts Legacy is a PS5 game. It is not it's not for last generation, really. They just decided to do it. It's very much like the newest Jedi game. What was it? Star Wars game. That game is for PS5, but they made a lot of money. And they're like, oh, we can do it for PS4 and Xbox One, so let's go ahead and do that too. You know, so if they want to, absolutely. Let's see here. Hogwarts, yeah, Hogwarts Legacy, another one IG creates. So yeah. Let's see, the AAA games don't run well for the hardware, to be honest. I guess it depends. It depends on, like, that's going to be subjective, right, TM? Like, some people think that Nier Automata runs good for what it is. I mean, I played it. It's not the best, but it's not like it's terrible performance overall in terms of how it runs or how it looks. I think it runs actually at a higher resolution than the PS4 version at 1080p. And like with some dynamic resolution, if I'm not correct. I think the PS4 version runs at 900. So it just depends. It's up to how people feel about that. So the quality of the port or how it's going to work is subjective. Now, for someone like you that's big into PC, it might not be good enough, but for plenty of people, Nier Automata has sold nearly 2 million units on the Switch. It's sold, well, let me just be clear here. I don't have any exact numbers, but it sold 1 million plus on the Nintendo Switch, right? So there are plenty of people who feel that it's good enough for them and they bought it on there. So it's going to be subjective to anybody who feels certain ways. It might not run up to what you want, but that's for you. That's why there's options. You can play it on your PC, or you can play it on your PS5, or you can play it on your Xbox Series, or whatever else that you have. And there's going to be people who don't mind having some of the performance stuff to get the benefits of having it portable. It's the same thing that I said with Switch. I mean, I hate to sound like I'm a broken record, but this is exactly the same conversations when people would come in and say, oh, well, it's not going to do good. It's not going to run good. I'm like, okay, well, then don't get it. That's fine. You don't have to get it. They're still going to bring it because it can make money. And there's going to be people that are fine with it. Like, they want to have the portability factor of it. They don't want to spend $800 on a ROG Ally. And it might run better than what it runs on Steam Deck. Or it might be easier for them to get it on there. So why not get it on your Switch too? So name top 5 games on the Switch right now. Go check out my top 5 Switch video, top 5 games on there, Isaiah. I have a bunch of videos where there's like all sorts of top 5 and all that, those type of things. So if you want to know all the top games on the Switch, it's on the channel. So I mean, I'm not going to do that here. There's no point. I've got plenty of videos where I go over top games. I just did a top 30 must-buy action games on the Nintendo Switch. So go check out those vids if you want to know, how I feel about, what are the best games and all that, because I've done so many of those on this channel. So yeah. Of which games will you choose to over PS5 PC version, because performance, all possibilities? I mean, which games would you like to have handheld? RPGs are the ones that I'd probably pick if I had to like choose. But between performance and handheld, I would choose RPGs, usually turn-based ones. I choose those. I take a little bit lower performance if I can get them anywhere that I want. But if it's like if it's like an action game or something like that, then I'm more kind of like, if I need like that frame rate. A lot of the fanboys are gonna get their feelings when GTA 6 is announced for it. I don't know if that's gonna be people gonna get in their feelings. If it is, I mean, if it's a good port of the game, or if they can get it running on the system and people can take GTA anywhere, I think people will be okay with it. So yeah. So as long as the console can upscale, we get AI and have 60 frames per second for games, that I can't complain. That's what Switch 2 will be like. I think that Nintendo's first party games will probably be 60 for a lot of them, but I think like some third party games will be like 30. Some, I mean, I think that a lot of the big, like a lot of like the AA like Japanese titles, those will be like 60, but like some of the bigger like ones probably will be like 30, or be like dynamic or something like that. So yeah. If people really care about performance, etc., Switch would have got 150 million at this point. And if you say that, they'll call you names. Like, if it was only about that, then Switch would have never sold. And this is the delusion part that I'm saying. There's delusion on all sides. I agree 100% like with TM. There's delusion from Nintendo fans in terms of how powerful this is going to be. But there's also delusion from people that like portable PCs and PC gamers. PC gamers and a lot of PC people actually think that handheld PCs are some type of massive market and it's doing really well. They really think that. There are a good amount of people who feel that it's eroding the market, and it's not. If you look at the MPD sales, there is no dent. If handheld PCs were putting any type of dent on the market, there would have been a blare on the NPD. The NPD would have said, okay, look, handheld PCs are rising, they're becoming a lot of revenue, and they're not. It's a small market that gets blown up online because of hardcore fans. And and I hate to say that, because obviously it's good to have competition, and competition is great, and I always want competition, but I don't see handheld PCs as competition. And the reason why I don't see handheld PCs as competition, because they refuse to answer the sales numbers. They refuse to answer the sales numbers. They're not included in the roundup of sales devices overall. And on top of that, there's just the way that they operate. They're all operating off of like a PC operating system. And it's so wonky how they work, in terms of how they work and how things get going. The mass market isn't looking at it like hardcore gamers online look at it. They don't look at it the same way. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I don't see it quite yet. I don't see it quite yet with that. But there are a lot of hardcore PC online gamers that have this delusion that Steam Deck and ROG Ally are just doing incredible numbers and it's eating away. And it's just not the case. It's just not it. If we were to compare to like, okay, well, how good are the sales? The sales are significantly below the Wii U. Like, the Wii U bodied handheld PCs in sales. There's no handheld PCs that are even near Wii U numbers, not even near PS Vita numbers. That's how it is right now. It's not even close to the worst selling devices that we've seen in the past 10, 15 years. It's not even close. It's not even close to those systems. So don't tell me about competition when there's no sales comparison. You see what I'm saying? Competition means that there's some type of sales comparison. Not, oh, I want to cherry pick specs and all that, then compare it when I feel like it. And then when you want to compare it to like other things, like let's say sales, or like let's say support, or let's say other things that are very important for the business of video games, because some PC gamers think that games are magical freedom of it's like your birthright or something. No, it's a business. It's not just there, it's a business. If something doesn't sell, you're not getting it. If PC gaming never took off, you're not gonna get what you're getting. If The Witcher doesn't sell, you're not gonna get The Witcher 4. If all your PC games that you love and everything doesn't do well, you're not gonna get what you're getting. If Valve didn't do well with Steam, you're not gonna get a Steam Deck. You're not gonna get what you want. You know, so a lot of these guys have these delusions of this is just my right, and anybody who discusses anything else is some type of drone or a fanboy or a weirdo or whatever the case is. But they'll pick and choose when they feel like getting upset or when they feel like comparing, when they feel like it. So there is delusion on so many sides when it comes down to it. And I'm looking at it this way. I need to see these PC handhelds and all that. I need to see them actually announce the sales numbers. If they do that, then I can say, okay, maybe there's real competition, but there's been nothing. It's been radio silent since Valve started doing it. It's been radio silent with ROG Ally. It's been radio silent with Lenovo. None of them are announcing anything. They're just announcing new models all the time. It's just, except for Valve. Valve doesn't, because Valve's smart. I bought a Steam Deck too. You know, I bought a Steam Deck because I can trust Valve to not sit there and throw 15 million models at me every single year, you know? So yeah. This PC fanboys, most PCs don't have a PC handle. Most PC gamers aren't even on 4060. No, I'm talking about like these hardcore PC users online or people who simply don't know what they're talking about. Let me just go ahead and say it that way. Let me just say hardcore fans online, graphics guys. I'm not sure how to state what they are, these people are, but TM, I know you see them. I have a discussion with someone else. Literally, somebody brings up eroding the market. I mentioned sales and he goes ballistic on me, talking about I'm this, I'm a drone, I'm doing all this, and I simply just answered a question that somebody else said, and that's not the first time that's happened to me. That happens to me like all the time. If somebody mentions something, I respond normally because surprise, I do business and sales for my channel. People want to know my opinion on that. And people go, they go ballistic. And this has happened many times to me. Like I have threads of this, you know, of people doing this. So I think it's a little bit more than just a blip on the radar, because not only have I seen it with myself, I've seen it with many other people online. Now, is this the majority of PC players? Absolutely not. It's a small, tiny fraction. But it's enough for me to actually bring it up, you know? So yeah. Who's bragging about PC handheld sales? Go on that same thread that we had, TM. Go on that same thread. And he literally said that PC handhelds, that where I went, you said I went scorched earth. Go on that thread where Doc Trey quoted one of your tweets, right, the other day, where you and Doc Trey were kind of going, and then I kind of got into it. Go on there and look at what he said. He just said that handheld PCs are eroding Nintendo's sales. That's what he said. So what does that mean? When someone says that you're eroding the sales, that means that you're deeply cutting into it. So that means that there's actually like, it's selling as good or it's cutting into it. And that is not the case right now. That's not what I've seen from any sales reports or anything. I have not seen that. What I've seen is that handheld PCs are a tiny fraction, a small, tiny fraction. And Nintendo, whatever they're selling, it's the 8th year. They're still selling considerably better. So I don't see any erosion at all, you know? Not from what I've seen. And you can go on the latest post with Tom Warren. There are people on there doing the same thing on there. Go on the post with Tom Warren. Go on there. You can see what they're saying. They're saying, oh, there's a lot more competition, these handheld PCs, because they have this thought process, because they see people posting their handheld PCs, that people are buying this like crazy. Look at the conversation that we had in that same thread. Look at that weirdo with the Persona avatar, right? Look at what he was saying to me. He was saying, oh, handheld PCs, if they wanted to, they can put them in a bunch of stores and they can do all that. They don't sell enough stock to put them in a bunch of stores. The reason why they don't have them in a bunch of stores is because they're not selling enough. They're not selling enough to put them in a ton of stores. Go there and look. He legitimately thinks that they're selling a lot. So it's on your threads, man. You can go on your own what you've, like I said, what you've retweeted, or what you've not retweeted, what you've said. So go on that thread with Doc Trey, where you guys were going back with, and look at what that moron was saying to me, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about right now. And once again, that's not the first time that's happened to me. It's happened to me multiple times. I've had people come here and tell me that. I mean, it's a thing. Like I said, it's not most PC guys. It's a small, tiny fraction, but it is a thing. It is a thing. So yeah. Bringing up facts. People start hate speech on Twitter. Listen, here's the facts. The facts are this. You guys want to know the real facts? The facts are this. The facts are the games are going to determine all sorts of stuff. So that's the facts. People are going to buy or not buy it based off of the sales. It's not going to get every single thing. It's not going to be the most powerful. This is my opinion, more like it's not facts. This is my opinion. It's not going to be the most powerful, but it's going to be a significant step up from the Switch 1. Most people are going to be fine with it. And if you're not fine with it, there is $800 ROG allies. There's, $700 PS5 Pros, or is it it's $699, right? There's $700 PS5 Pros. There's Xbox Series X. There's a plethora. There's PCs. There's a plethora of things that you can buy and play if it's not for you. Just like the Nintendo Switch 1. That's the reality of it. You guys want to know the facts? The reality is that there's a plethora of systems to play. So if it's not for you, then it's not for you. You can buy and play something else. I think the biggest issue is, at least with this, since the Switch was so successful, a lot of these people, when it comes to Nintendo Switch, a lot of them felt the Switch was going to fail. A lot of them thought that it was going to fail, and they were wrong. So they're just, the thing with this is that just keep saying that it's going to fail, or keep saying that it's going to do this or that till you're right? That's like, that's what some of these people have. So I think that's it too. Let's see here. It's literally 1 in 10K people saying BS like that. I peep these PC handheld communities. Okay. They're small, and I get that, but like I said, if I've had, multiple discussions and where it's been in your threads, I've seen it online. I don't respond to everything there. I've seen it in people's comments. I've seen it there. Like, it's a thing. Like I said, I think it's a small fraction, like I already stated, but it's enough. And I think that if you're talking about like Nintendo fans that feel that this system's going to be the most powerful thing ever, it's a small fraction of actual Nintendo fans that are going to buy the system. If you look at the 150 million people that bought the Switch 1, even though it's not actually 150 million people, but if you look at the 100 million people that bought the Switch 1, the large majority of them do not care, don't know anything about Switch 2, don't care about the power. They just want to see Mario on it. They just want to see Mario, Zelda, Smash Brothers. They just want to see the games, and they'll just buy it on that. They don't think it's going to be the most powerful thing in the world. That's just people online. That's just a group of fringe fans online that are being fed all sorts of weird information from clout chasing Nintendo YouTubers and things like that. That's basically what you're seeing. It's the same thing that we saw with the PS5 Pro. Remember PS5 Pro 33 teraflops, and all the crazy Sony PlayStation guys were pushing that this thing's gonna be 33 teraflops, to the point to where Mark Cerny had to come out and say, we have some flopflation here. Where Mark Cerny had to say flopflation, where he literally, it was so bad that it reached Sony's top brass to make a presentation telling these people to shut up about the 33 teraflops of power it happens with everything, It happens with everything, where you had a bunch of PlayStation guys that were sitting here pushing that the PS5 Pro was going to be this beast 33 teraflop thing. And like I said, it got so bad to where Mark Cerny had to put it into his presentation that this system is not that, even though we already knew that once the system came out. I mean, Digital Foundry broke it down. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's always going to be a big, loud, fringe group of fans that have something to say that don't know what they're talking about, There's always going to be that. Say his name, Nintendo God. That's the one guy that I see. I don't, there's probably other people, but I mean, that's the one dude that I see that's going kind of nuts. I do see him, yes. So let's see, people care more about games than graphics and performance. Yes, that's been since the forever of time. Even one of the DF had to correct Tom Warren. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to say. And like I said, if anybody saw my back and forth with TM, I wasn't saying that because I disagree with what TM's saying. I agree that it's not going to be this super beast, super strong, powerful system that some Nintendo God and some of these other people are saying. I agree with that. What I'm saying is that Tom Warren's ass when it comes to Nintendo stuff. Like I said, this man didn't even care to know what software meant. I don't think he has any sources. He never has had any Nintendo sources. I can't recall one thing that he's actually gotten right when it comes to Nintendo Switch, like talking about performance or anything like with Nintendo Switch. This dude doesn't know what he's talking about, and he doesn't play Nintendo at all. He doesn't care about Nintendo. Once again, it's clout chasing season. You know what I'm saying? Like it's clout and it's money making season when a new system comes out. Even if you don't care, you've got to say something so I can direct people to your page and to your, so you can make your ad revenue on your website, on your window, whatever, Verge website, whatever the hell he writes for, Verge website. It's clout chasing season. They can't even get someone that knows what Nintendo's about, or even maybe insider talking to somebody that knows, to the point to where one of his peers have to sit there and say, I don't know about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. So that's all I was saying, I've been a PC guy for a while, and these weirdos annoy me. Nintendo's perfect opinion. PC, yeah. He is right. All major players in the game industry thought that the Switch was going to fail. That's why there wasn't a lot of AAA at the end of the cycle of the Switch. At the end of the cycle, because they all thought it. You mean the beginning, or what do you mean? They all thought it was going to fail? No, there isn't many at the end, because one, they're waiting for Switch 2 for a lot of these different games, but also two, it's tough to port some of these games over because of the power that the Switch has. The Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be able to get a lot more stuff that the Switch 1 wasn't going to be able to get. We know, at least, not we know, but it's pretty much going to happen. That stuff like Metaphor ReFantazio, Persona 3 Reload, some other Bandai Namco stuff, Tales of Arise, things like that are going to come over to Nintendo Switch 2. So a lot of these PS4, cross-gen PS4, Xbox One games that didn't come to Switch 1 are probably going to be on Switch 2. You also have to factor in this, the Switch 1, when you set up for like making games take so long to make, ports take so long to make sometimes, is that if you don't believe in a system or you don't set something up at the beginning, you're going to have a lot of trouble adjusting your budgets and adjusting over time. Bandai Namco was like that. That's why you see a lot of late ports for stuff like One Piece Odyssey, Dragon Ball Kakarot. They didn't know what the Switch was going to be. They didn't think it was going to be very good, in terms of sales and all that. They saw that, they adjusted. Dragon Ball Fighters, Dragon Ball Kakarot, One Piece. There's a bunch of other games too, like whatever other games that have came out later that Bandai Namco has done. So that's the thing. This time going into it, all these Japanese companies are on board. If you look at the Famitsu 2025 ambitions, how many of the different Japanese developers said that they're excited for Nintendo Switch 2? You did not see that with the Switch 1. They were not like, oh my god, I'm excited for Switch 1. They were just like, let's wait and see, This time, I can confirm to you guys that there's definitely going to be way more Japanese developers. And I don't know about Western developers. Western developers are a whole new, or a whole different type of thing. But there's going to be way more Japanese developers, which most of them haven't even left the PS4 behind at this point. So a lot of them already have their engines and have their stuff running on PS4. I mean, look at Bandai Namco with Elden Ring. Look at From Software Elden Ring. I mean, they got another Elden Ring game coming out, and it's coming out for PS4 in 2026. It's next year, and they still got PS4 games coming out. So you can bet that they'll probably put Elden Ring, or they'll probably put that new one on the Nintendo Switch too. So yeah, I definitely see a lot more Japanese developers supporting the Switch 2 at the jump and then throughout the life, instead of being caught off guard by its success. So yeah. I don't think Switch 2 will get Xbox Game Pass, no. I was trying to read the leaked PDF about a patent on DLSS, AI upscale and neural networks on Switch 2. I would say that most people are very surface level knowledge of the tech, including me. I mean, most people don't care about the tech and all that. So yeah, handheld PCs are a competition for cheap gaming laptop. Not only consoles, high-end PCs, but they're still really good option for PC gamers. Microsoft will probably take advantage of that as well. I think Microsoft's going to make a two-tiered thing. They're going to make a Steam Deck type of thing, and then they're also going to make a like a Steam machine type of thing. So I think Microsoft's going to do both. Since PC handhelds weren't made to compete with Nintendo, I understand that. I fully understand that. There's some psychos, just like the PS5 Pro psychos that sat there with the 33 flopflation, where Mark Cerny, like I said, if it wasn't so prevalent too, right, TM? There's no way Mark Cerny would have mentioned it if it wasn't enough people saying it. If there was only like a few crazy fans saying it, then yeah, he probably would have never mentioned it in his presentation that he had about PS5 Pro. But it was so crazy because of the like I said, most PS fans weren't saying that. Most weren't. But there was a small sect of crazy people that were saying that. Enough to where it got his attention. Where he made up a whole name. Flopflation? where he made a whole name, bro. And you know Mark Cerny, he talks very direct. He talks very precise because he's too smart for his own good. So, you know, he overthinks. He seems like a classic overthinker, someone who literally doesn't sleep at night unless he's done calculus and done math at night and solved, you know what I'm saying, hunger in a small country or something like that. So, you know good and well this man was looking at this like, these people are morons, you know? Shout out to Super Christian People with the $1 dono. It says not Switch 2 related, but this guy on Twitter said that he couldn't enjoy Xenoblade because he hated the character design. Told him he's missing out on a great game because of it. He attacked me, calling me names. Say if I had a friend said exactly. Okay, 1/2. Okay, so there's more coming. Yeah, don't worry about people that say stuff online if they don't like something for like an art style. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with liking that. If he wants to miss out, oh my God, calm down, calm down, calm down. Look at all those. Excuse me. Look at all those sixes. I'm sorry, my keyboard went nuts. Be back. 36. Let's go. I think another one's probably coming in. Japanese devs are no longer allowing console politics to affect their bag this time around. Not like they have a choice. Nintendo's emperor in Japan. Yeah, they don't really have a choice. Super Christian Me with another $1 says, if a friend said exactly what I said, will you react or attack that way too? Just have a combo here. He said, sorry, I'm autistic. Now my younger brother is too, but I know they're smart enough to not do that on Twitter. You got to realize, guys, is that like, there are quite a number of autistic people that post on Twitter, that play games. Like, there are a lot. So you also have to keep that in mind too, that there are a good number of people that are autistic or some form or don't even know that they are and that post. So just keep that in mind as well, man. Like, so yeah, you know, so you got to also, you know, think about that. Let's see here. So let's see. With the momentum Nintendo currently has, along with the Switch 2 being back compat, it's reasonable to expect Switch 2 to instantly be very successful. Yes, it's very reasonable. I need to get these wisdom teeth removed because these wisdom teeth are making me sometimes bite my tongue when I talk. Like, I'm pretty sure that they are. They don't hurt. They're not like, I got this one removed, but I think I need to get this one removed and this one removed, and I just need to take care of it. Anyway, I didn't bite it. I'm catching myself sometimes, so I'm going to slow down a little bit. So yes, it's very likely that the Switch 2 is going to be instantly successful. And the reason why is that if you're going off of like I said, that doesn't mean it's going to be as successful as the Nintendo Switch 1. I think Nintendo doesn't even think that it's going to be as successful as the Nintendo Switch 1. But it's very likely that if Nintendo copies the same gimmick, if they make a sequel to something, and if they bring out games that are big sellers, like console sellers, that it's going to be marginally successful. Now, we have other data analysts and analytical people, which I don't put much stock into it, but we do have analyst firms that are predicting Nintendo will sell the most systems in this upcoming generation, or whatever generation that we're in. That they will sell the most, 15 to 18 million units starting out, and that there's a strong demand for the Nintendo Switch 2, which there is. I think that there is, right now at this point, if you just look at fan anticipation or hype or excitement, there is a strong demand for it. Now, if they have like, and this is based off of previous games, this is based off of like everybody that has like a Switch, right? And the fact that the Switch still has a crazy amount of people playing the device. Now, if the Switch was crusty as heck, people weren't playing it, people weren't buying it, people weren't excited, then then you can forecast down. Okay, the concept didn't work. People don't like it as much. Okay, makes sense. But that's not the case here. When it comes down to it, like, people are still playing the Switch 1. People are looking forward to it. It gets tons of buzz. It gets tons of views. People are still excited for what's next. So therefore, you have these, you know, predictions of 15 to 18 million in the first year, that it's going to, you know, sell the most, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, backwards compatibility with big first-party games. I mean, obviously, the first year should be pretty successful. It should be pretty successful overall. Now, how it does in the future, that's going to be depending on how Nintendo does it. Like how Nintendo releases their cadence and their games and stuff like that. So yeah. Let's see here. I will be personally say if it isn't quite powerful or a big upgrade from Switch 1, I'll be disappointed. It's a big upgrade from Switch 1, Herbie. So it's definitely, but that's not hard to do. A big upgrade from Switch 1 isn't hard to do because the Switch is literally NVIDIA's first supercomputer or super mobile chip. That's their first one. The Tegra X1 is the first one. The Tegra K1 was not that. The Tegra X1 was their first one. So now at this point, we're several generations later of new technology, of DLSS, of other things that have came about that this system will have. It's not going to have the best of all the new technology for mobile chips, but it's going to have a lot more new technology that the Nintendo Switch 1 did not have. So it's going to be considerably better than the Nintendo Switch 1. So there's nothing to really worry about there. Well, hold up now. Now you're saying talk about stuff like, you know, they hope they would they would catch up with Sony or at least Series S. Once again, we're gonna have to wait and see with the games. So don't worry about power. Just worry about how the games look. If the games look good to you, if the games look and play good to you, then you would be fine. Like sometimes people put this emphasis on power and about this. You don't play specs. You play the games. So once the games come out, look at the games and see how it is from there. Don't be upset or be whatever. Just worry about the games. When the games come out, and if the games look good to you and it's good, then play it. If it's not good, then don't play it. You know, don't play it. Play Xbox. Play. There are other options if it's not good enough. And I know people get mad when I say that, but it's the truth. And I said that with the Nintendo Switch 1. If it's not good enough for you, there are other options. There are other options for you to play. You do not have to. If power is what you're looking for, and that's the thing that you need to have, then play other systems. I have all the other systems. I play them. If it's not good enough for me, I don't buy it on the Switch. So I practice what I preach, you know, don't buy it. So yeah. But you also have to realize this, it's going to be hard to match what a big box does in a portable system. If you want a handheld or if you want a hybrid to match a PlayStation or Xbox, you're going to have to spend $500, $600, $700 for that type of thing. Like, and it's not even where it's like, Steam Deck is like, for a Steam Deck OLED, that's like $550. And that is not near a PlayStation 5. That is not near an Xbox Series S or an Xbox Series X. You know, it's not near those systems. It's definitely more like a PlayStation 4, like some better PlayStation 4 at times in some areas, but then in other areas it's not, right? So that's how much you're paying for a PS4, okay? You're paying $550. You can get a Steam Deck regular for $400. So, you know, so you can get that for $400, but if you're looking for Xbox Series S or you're looking for Xbox Series X or PS5 power for a portable, you're gonna have to buy like a ROG Ally X, and that's like $600. How much are those? $600, $700? So yeah, don't expect Nintendo to do that. That's too much. They can't sell that, you know. So yeah. Yeah, Legion Go is $500. That's $500 for a Legion Go. That's expensive. I don't think Nintendo System's gonna be $500. That's expensive, man. I can see your comments, man. Shoutouts. Let's see. Given the Nvidia hack and custom data, it's interesting to see power choices that went with the console. Just can't wait to finally be released. Yeah. Ever Oasis 2? Considering all the glitches and problems in Skyrim, I honestly have no room. Okay. Shoutouts. Oh, Switch 2 is $500. Yeah, I doubt Switch 2 is going to be $500, but I don't think I don't know if the Legion Go is even like a Series S. I don't know if it even matches Series S and everything. But yeah, either way, like, whew. And once again, the parts that uses compared to what Nintendo's going to be using, I'm telling you right now, man, you don't want to start getting too up there in price because that can kill your system when it comes down to it. You need to make something that's affordable. So I mean, if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking, buy the newest ROG Ally. Just buy that and be happy with that, because that seems like that's what you're looking for. So just buy that and be happy. You don't got to worry about what Nintendo's doing, you know. Switch 2's prowess will still be impressive in performance per watt. Expected to be very efficient. Yes, it should be pretty efficient. Yeah, I think the Switch 2 is going to be $400. I think that they could release a Switch OLED in the future for $450. But who knows? They might surprise us. But I doubt that it's going to be over $400 standard. Don't put the bad juju of Switch 2 being $500 in the air. Based off the parts, it seems like it's probably going to be $400. That's what I think, but we'll see. I mean, it could be more. I think that would be too expensive. I think that'd be a bad idea, and I'd call it out as a bad idea, you know? So I would call, I mean, of course I'd still get it, but I'd call that out as a bad idea if they did that. So I don't think it will be, but we'll see. I don't know who that is, Felipe. I most likely be 400 to 450. 400 is a sweet spot. 399 is a sweet spot for it. Switch could be 350 or 400. I think it, the Switch OLED right now is 350, so I think it's got to be minimum at least $50 more than the Switch OLED. You know, so yeah, it's got to be at least more than that. At least, like I said, in my estimation. I wouldn't mind paying $700. Feels great to have a Street Pass and cast my TV. That's got to be a joke. Street Pass and cast your TV is not worth $700. You can make your own device that does that for $700. Yeah. So yeah. I think even the Pokemon games will actually run better on this new system, believe it or not. What if they discount the OLED? They could discount the OLED. Like, they could drop everything by $50. They could do that. Hope Street Pass dies and never comes back. Street Pass is already dead. So, it's already dead. So, it's... I don't know if... I mean, it might make a comeback. Maybe Nintendo decides to bring back Street Pass. They could. You know? Yeah, that's true. Nintendo systems never go over 500, but also Nintendo systems never went over 300. And so there's a first time for everything. Because I don't recall any Nintendo systems ever over... Actually, no, they do. The Wii U was over 3. It was 350 at launch for the Wii U. For the black 32 gigabyte Wii U, it was 350, which was too expensive. And then it was 300 for the white. And then they basically shaved the price down. That the black Wii U came down to $299, and the white Wii U just like went extinct for the most part. So yeah, unless you're in Japan, they still sold them. Why the hell you hate Street Pass so much? I just don't use it. I don't hate Street Pass so much. I just don't. I don't care for it. But I mean, yeah, I don't hate Street Pass. But I think you're talking to Felipe. Felipe, answer the question. Why do you hate Street Pass so much? Felipe, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Talking already about Switch 2 Pro is wild. I do believe that in the future, Nintendo will have a stopgap system. I do think that they will make like a new Nintendo 3DS, something to advance the power of the system like they've done before in the past with, you know, devices. Game Boy Color, you know, DS, DSi, 3DS, new Nintendo 3DS. You can even say GBA to GBA, the backlit GBA. That was a huge upgrade, you know, having a backlit GBA back in the day. So, yeah, I do see that they're going to actually, you know, even the Switch OLED to some degree, OLED screen, more memory, better sound quality, better kickstand, like a complete, like, redesign, like a nicer model. So, so yeah, I do think that they will release something in the future that upgrades the system, whether it's like a supplemental computing device or whether it's just do like another system that's like a slight enhancement or it's like a good enhancement over what they've done. I think that will happen. So yeah. Yeah, backlit GBA was like wild. We were just like going nuts, and it's like Sega fans are like, "Are you kidding me?" Sega fans are like, "Are you freaking kidding me? We did a backlit freaking portable since the Game Gear, bro." They were looking like Sonic. You know, whenever you leave Sonic on idle when you play the Sonic games, and he's just looking like, and he's like tapping his feet, like, you got to be kidding me. Over here, Nintendo fans going, "Wow, backlit!" Oh man. Let's see. Are you concerned about Nintendo in this AI-looking future? No. Yeah, I don't really think that. The only way that I'd see that, I think that everything affects something, like to some degree. Now, how much the Switch 2 will affect Sony, they're definitely looking at it. They slipped on the Switch, and obviously, you know, everybody slipped on the Switch at the beginning. But Switch 2, they're definitely looking at it. They're definitely looking at it. They're definitely looking and saying, hey, you know, like, how well is the system going to do? Because here's the reason why I say that. I say that because look at the PS Portal. Look at the reports of the PS5 Portable. Look at the reports of Sony trying to get back in. We know Microsoft's been affected. Look at Microsoft instantly started saying, hey, buy a Lenovo Legion Go. Hey, everything's an Xbox, your portable systems and everything. And Microsoft will probably release a portable system. So I definitely think that they're reacting to the Switch and the upcoming Switch 2 because, listen, at the end of the day, having a portable system, right, is a benefit to a gamer. It's just like having a cell phone. Now, I'm old. A lot of you guys aren't old enough, but these things used to be really ghetto. And I mean really ghetto. Now, when they became actually available for everyone to buy in a consumer grade, They were these little brick phones that had bad reception, that sounded like crap, you know, that were just not great. They were not better than landlines. But people liked it. People liked it because you can take it anywhere that you want. Your landlines at home were better quality. They were nicer. They were blah, blah, blah. But there used to be these little Nokia bricks that they used to do. And over the course of time, that technology evolved so fast. Cell phone technology took off like a bat out of hell. You know what I'm saying? Like a bullet train. And now cell phones are the dominant thing, right? Landlines used to be the dominant thing. And people, even back when cell phones were first getting going, people were like, oh no, landlines are still going to be here for consumer use, right? For now, there are people who don't even have landlines. Like landlines aren't even like, they're like a thing of the past, unless you're calling like an office or a business, right? Like, yeah, there's a landline, but most people don't even have landlines in their home. But I'm telling you, there was a time, I know for you youngins, where landlines were literally that, and everyone said that cell phones are like a fad. It's like a pager. It's like something that, oh, yeah, you'll use it sometime, but if you need to call somebody, you'll call them from home. And now that's like not a thing. So I do think that gaming consoles will eventually get to that. Mobile technology is rapidly increasing and everyone wants a piece of that pie, but there will be a time in the future when everything is a hybrid. Where like, why would you release a big box that just sits there? Yeah, you'll still have people that buy a box that sits there. Yeah, my mom still uses a landline in her house, you know, but my sister, me, my brother, everybody that I know, none of them have landlines anymore. Yeah, there are still some people that have landlines at their home, but a lot of people don't. And that's how PCs and that's how these big boxes are going to be. A lot of people are just, some people will have them. Yep, some people will use them. But a lot of people, the majority, are just going to be like, give me a hybrid where it's going to be super powerful. It's going to be great. I can play it anywhere that I want. I can play it at home. I can play it on the go. I don't need a big box that just sits there. It's going to get to that at some point. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm telling you, the stuff that people were saying when cell phones were first coming out were like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. You know, only some people are like, we don't need it. Like, it's just going to be like, heck, I said it. You know, I said something stupid like that. And yeah, I was really wrong about that. I was really, really, really wrong about that. I was like super wrong. Back then, cell phones were literally bricks. They were better off with the pagers. Yeah, there were these little Nokia bricks that used to buy, and you know, it sucked. You used to play Snake on there, but now at this point, we go from, you know, I first saw somebody with a Nokia brick in the year 99. I saw kids having little Nokia bricks in 99, like teenagers and like tweens. So we're talking, yeah, 98, 99. I'm pretty sure that the Nokia bricks were a little bit before that, but kids started getting them regularly, like, you know, being able to get like a cell phone plan and it becoming affordable for the average consumer. Now, there were cell phones before that. There were cell phones in like, I think the late 70s and 80s for sure. Big old huge things where you have to hold like a briefcase. Big old huge things in the 80s. I remember I saw somebody with a cell phone and it was or a cell phone in the 80s and it was crazy. But yeah, jump on with the $10.
A few things.
Okay.
1. If DS came to NSO for Switch 2, how would it work for the TV? 2. You think Sony might try the hybrid route?
In the distant future, yeah. So I'll answer that first question. In the distant future, yes, they will do a hybrid. But right now, the technology is not right there. It's not there for them to do the power that they want for a hybrid. It's just not there. Or the system would cost $10 million. In terms of the DS, if you play the Mega Man Zero games, there's a Mega Man Zero game that's ported over to the Nintendo Switch. That's from the DS or whatever. And that's how they probably do it. Or Snack World Jars, games like that. So look at the DS games that were ported over to the Switch, and I'm guessing that they'd be like where you have both, you have like one screen and then you have like the small screen on the side and then you just play it that way. So that's what I'm guessing. Like you can use like the analog stick for like the DS whatever, like one analog stick that, and for the other one would be like how you control the characters. So look at the games that are ported from the DS on the Switch right now. That's what I'm guessing. You know? Yeah, Etrian, there's Mega Man, there's a low number, there's not a lot, but there are a number of DS games on the Switch, so I'm guessing that the Switch emulation, if they did it, it'd be something like that, which would be definitely not easy to do, but it's a thing. It's a thing. But you know what else is a thing? The overclocks are a thing as well. Let's go.
Overclock Buster!
Stream clock extended another 45 minutes. Thank you so much, Jump Mom, with another JoJo. You guys are out here with the JoJos tonight. We've got one more Actually, not one more. My bad. 13 more till we get like an hour extra. So let's go. BlackBerry was iconic. BlackBerry was iconic. If you had a BlackBerry, you were cool. I remember when I was 5. I'm a 2000s baby, and people lost their mind when BlackBerry had keyboards. You remember when you were 5 with Blackberries and keyboards? I think you'd be more worried about apple juice and jumping rope at 5 years old. Because I know one thing, I was not worried about technology when I was 5. Hey, what's up, Gohan? I was not. I was worried about video games, and I was worried about like pizza parties, you know, and pin the tail on the donkey and stuff like that. Were you actually looking at cell phones like when you were 5? I mean, I guess maybe. Back in 1999, I remember amazing it was for ringtones, the rock songs, adding the notes to the buttons and test it. Here we are, yeah. Shout outs to Jump Mom, man. Thank you for the big $10 dono. Shout outs to Momo. Thank you for the follow on Twitch as well. Appreciate that. Let's go. I was too, but there was that one kid, a rich kid that had it. Oh, man. I couldn't imagine. I guess, once again, we grew up in different time periods. You know, I didn't grow up in a time period where cell phones were there. I grew up in a time period where there was no internet. Like, there was no consumer-grade internet. Businesses and, you know, universities had internet and had cell phones. But, like, I grew up in a time period where there was no cell phones for consumer use. There was no internet for consumer use until later. Internet for consumer use came in the mid to late 90s. And I remember they started sending people net zero. They wanted as many people connected as possible. But net zero was trash. You couldn't use your landline and the internet at the same time. Remember internet cafes? I do remember internet cafes. We didn't have a lot of them, but I do remember them. Yeah. Hey, what's up, 777 OG, double OG? I really don't like the kind of DS emulation. It's awkward. Plus, it's not work for every single game. I don't know how else they're gonna do it, but we'll see. You know. Net Zero sure was trash. Net Zero was trash. My aunts in New York had a car phone. Yes, there were also car phones. Yeah, where it would hook up and it would use the antenna on your car to also make calls too, and that's how it was powered. Absolutely. If you wanted to take that portable, usually you'd bring a suitcase with it. So it'd come with the suitcase that would give you the connection. So you can, and it was huge. It was a big old huge phone. Yeah, man, it was crazy. I grew up at a time where I had to go to community college to use the internet. Oh man, community college to use the internet. By the time that later when I was in college, there was definitely internet. Like there was DSL in the year early 2000, late 90s, early 2000. That's when people started getting somewhat high-speed internet. DSL came out, and that was like crazy, like 1 gigabyte, which was super fast. Or no, not 1 gigabyte, sorry. It was like what was it? Not 1 gigabyte. Fiberman, help me out here. Early 2000s, what was the internet speed for DSL? Whatever that was. It was way faster than dial-up, whatever the hell, 56K modems and crap like that. Yo, what's up, Flydius? Welcome to the stream, brother. Let's see here. Bag phones and 10 cents a minute. Oh, yeah, you had like the pay phones. Where you have to just go there and like they were just sitting there and you go, you use the pay phone, put in the quarters. Let's see. You're right though, because for me now, seeing smartphones and kids having full iPhones, I remember not getting my first phone until I was 13 and I was a regular phone. Yeah, absolutely. Well, because yeah, even like when you were younger, right? iPhone just came out like when you were like 6. Like I think iPhone was what, like 2006, 2000. It was like mid 2000s for iPhone. 300 kilobytes, yeah, bro. They had AOL demo disc at Walmart back in the day. Of course, it was trash. Yeah, garbage. 2007. There you go. 2007. Yeah, I remember my first year at Fresno State. People talk about the iPhone. That thing was too expensive for me. I couldn't afford it. You know what I had in 2007, bro? Oh my god. Let me show y'all what I was rocking with in 2007, bro. Let me show you guys. Let me give me a second. Give me a second to let you guys know what I was rocking in 2007. Oh man. Oh man, bro, this was it, man. Wait, hold up. Man, this is being super ghetto. Hold up, give me a second here, guys. All right, here we go. I was rocking one of these in 2007, man. Oh man, dude, back in the day. This is what I was rocking in 2007, boys and girls. I was rocking one of these. LG Verizon chocolate, bro. A music phone. I was like, yeah, I need music on my phone. I was rocking one of these, bro. What are those? I was rocking. This is what I was rocking, man. I was rocking one of these. Hey, listen, this was cool. I wanted a music phone. The LG chocolate, man. Yeah. LG chocolate back in the day. That's what I never had a sidekick. I saw people using sidekicks. They were like, Russian roulette phones. I remember seeing people rock those Russian roulette phones, bro.
Overclock buster.
Sorry, the notification, guys. Those Russian roulette phones, bro. Those sidekicks. Oh man, good times back then. Nah, those times suck. I'll keep it a buck. Those times were trash, bro. Those times were hot trash. So yeah. So yeah, man, it is what it is. A Boost incognito phone, check it out. A Boost, I'll check it out later. I'm not gonna be looking up people's phones right now, bro. I just wanted to show you guys what I had, but I'll definitely look it up later. Let's see here. Do they still make BlackBerry phones? I don't know if they do. I don't know. We texted so fast on those. I remember, did I text? I think I learned how to text on those phones. Yeah, I think I did. What's up, Psycho Pie? I used to work at a cell phone store at that time. The chocolate was the #1 phone people had trouble with. Yes, I had all sorts of trouble with the chocolate phone. Bro, I had so much trouble. I remember I bought a chocolate phone, right? Had trouble, wasn't working. I sent it to go get a, I had insurance where I was paying for insurance on the phone. I said, I want to use my insurance. Okay, I used my insurance. They sent me back a phone, a generic chocolate, like a refurbished generic chocolate. Instead of fixing my phone, they sent me back a generic that didn't have the Verizon logo, didn't have the LG logo. It was definitely a Temu chocolate phone. And I called them and I said, I use my insurance. You guys are supposed to send me a new phone, or you're supposed to fix my phone to where it works. And they were like, no, we can't do anything to help you. That's how it's supposed to be. I said, no, you're going to help me. Like, no, we're not. I said, I need to talk to a manager. Like, oh, no, there's no manager available for me to talk to. And I'm like, no, there's definitely a manager available for me to talk to. And then it's like, no, you got to basically do this. They were just sitting there giving me the runaround. I remember this like it was yesterday. This was in 2008 when I was working at Fresno State as a conference supervisor. And I remember, and I'm like, no, man, like you guys are going to give me a new phone, or you guys are going to give me back my old phone and fix it. And then after some talking back and forth, when I said, no, I need to talk with the manager, they were like, okay, give me a second. And all of a sudden, I heard a little bit of a wait, and then you can just tell it was some old dude. And he was like, all right. He's like, what's your address, sir? And I gave him my address. He's like, okay, yeah, we're going to go ahead and send you out a brand new phone, as soon as possible. Thank you. And I'm like, y'all, I said, you know what I said? I said, y'all some suckers for this. Like, don't have me sitting here wasting my time. You know what I'm saying? I've been paying y'all insurance. I've never used it. My first time using it. Y'all some straight up suckers, man. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, sir. I'm like, yeah, you should be sorry. I said, screw Verizon. I never went back to Verizon after that. And then I had an issue with me and my mom, and like they charged us some crazy amount. I said, I'm never going with Verizon ever again. And I remember getting off Verizon like in 2010 and never going back. So yeah. Disposable gas station phones. Oh, disposable gas station phones. That actually would have been kind of cool. There's disposable gas station phones, man. That'd be wild. Remember Juice Box? Absolutely trash. I don't remember that. Sugar-free chocolate phone. Yeah, definitely ghetto. Nowadays, people just think Android phones are the new ghetto phones. I don't know why people think Android phones are ghetto. Like it's so weird when I hear people say, oh, they gotta have an iPhone. When I hear some people say, oh, they gotta have an iPhone, it's like, what are you talking about? This phone right here I've got a One Plus. This is a 7 McLaren. This is from 2009. This is a 2009 phone. This is a top line phone. This has 12 gigabytes of RAM. It got as much RAM as the new Switch. It's got as much RAM almost as a Steam Deck. You know what I'm saying? It's got more RAM than an Xbox Series S. This came out in 2009, bruh. Okay, this is a OnePlus 7 McLaren Pro. This phone has better specs and is good as a lot of the newer iPhones, bro. It's got 4K video. It's got 120 hertz screen. It's got all this cool stuff that y'all gotta wait for, that y'all, or you gotta buy the Pro Max version, whatever the case is. I've had it since 2009. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've literally had it. It's got the triple phone thingy on the back. It's super sleek. It's a very good phone. It's like really good. So I don't understand these people with these iPhone. Like, if you have an Android, it's ghetto. You know, my wife kind of says that. She likes my phone, but she kind of says that sometimes about me too, because she's an iPhone person. I just bought her a new iPhone for Christmas. So, oh, sorry. Not 2009. Sorry, 2019. My bad. 2019. I got a 2019 phone. No, not 2009. 2019. Supposed to got this one because you remind me of Chris from The Wire. Oh, man. What is the Fortnite? What's your favorite game, bro? My favorite game? My favorite game is probably Superman 64. I really like that game a lot. It's really good. Yeah, it's got 4K. Some of my videos, like if you ever see me doing like a video where there's like, where I'm filming something like in front of like my monitor or whatever, it's through this phone. And I've been using it since 2019, not 2009. Sorry about that, guys. So, but yeah, I'm an Android person. 2019, sorry, 2019. My bad. 2019. Let's say because you have 4K. No, not 2009. 2019. Samsung Series S is objectively better than the iPhone. People are just brainwashed. I mean, it should be though. It's a big old box, but I get it. iPhone came out 2007. No way. That was 2009. Sorry, 2019. My bad, guys. 2019. Man, I grew up black and white TV that was 13-inch, and it was considered big using the heat iron stove press my clothes. I remember for the longest time, from like the 80s all the way up until like the early 2000s, I remember I went to football camp, and I took this little ghetto gray, barely color. It was a color TV, but it was this little ghetto small gray color TV that was portable. I used to take it, and we used to play NBA Street Volume 2 on there when we went to football camp. It was crazy. I loved it. Loved it, man. It was so cool. Football camp is like the funnest time that you'll ever have. Well, not the funnest time you'll ever have, but it was like the funnest time, man. Football camp was so dope because like you'll go to like a university and like you'll stay in the dorms and it's just all football. They give you, they got food for you guys. You just scrimmage a bunch of teams from all over California. Whoever, I mean, you got to pay for it, but you just scrimmage a bunch of teams. Like it's like a 4 or 5 day thing. And we did ours at Fresno State. And it was so cool. You meet kids that are from all the way up north, because, you know, I'm central. So you meet kids from all the way up north. There were some kids from like wide, like south, or like all the way from the east or west of California, because California is massive. And it was so cool. So we would they'd give us like once a night, they'd give us like block sections where we can be like in the auditorium, and it's summer, so there's no students there for the most part. And it was just so dope, man. It was so good. You stay in the dorms, you have fun, you can, you know, you go, you play football. All you do is think, live, breathe, and eat football. That's all you do for like a whole week is just football, man. You're just there just thinking about football the whole time. And it was so good, man. I just have some, so I remember that memory with that little, SK Massive reminded me of bringing that little ghetto TV that I had, the little 13-inch ghetto TV to football camp. We played Super Smash Bros. There. I was bodying people, Melee at the time. It was Melee. Bodying people left and right. It was so much fun. Nobody brought any extra controllers, so we could only do one-on-one though, which was, you know, unfortunate. It would have been great if we could do, you know, 4 players. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. Good times. Let's see. I saw one of your tweet, assuming Switch 2 is using 8nm chip. I saw one tweet, 8nm chip, and they should use 4nm chip instead. But Switch 2 is a hybrid, not $1,000. I don't think it could even use a 4nm chip, and there's no point in even doing that if you look at some of the processes that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to have. So that doesn't make sense. People that are saying that are just saying things because of Central leaks. That's it. But no, there was no there was no way that it was going to be 4 nanometer. And even then, they don't even know what 4 nanometer versus 8 nanometer means. They're just saying stuff because other people are saying it. That's the funny thing. Like 99% of people talking about nanometers don't even know what it means. Don't even have no idea. So yeah, I'm not really too worried about central leaks or people talking on Twitter about nanometers. They have no idea. These people don't understand tech at all. But the thing is that I don't really understand it as much either, but I don't try to understand it. And I don't sit there and make assumptions about technology that I don't know about, you know? Like, so yeah, it's weird. Supposedly it's 5 nanometer chip. Once we actually get the system, we'll know. And that won't matter once we see the games. Like, you guys aren't going to care about nanometers once the games come out. So when you see the next Mario game, you're not gonna be like, oh wow, that's a 5 nanometer Mario. Like, that's a 5 nanometer Smash Brothers. You're not gonna care. Like, it's not gonna matter. So yeah. Let's see here. But yeah, I did see what Nintendo Prime had to say. I couldn't respond because I'm still blocked, but that's okay. But I saw what Nintendo Prime had to say in terms of like the shipping logs and leak that it's actually more 5 than A, but like, I don't care. Yeah, it's from the Central Leak guy saying this actually that he said that he was just joking of some sort after getting bodied. Wait a minute, he said that he was joking. Oh my gosh! See, like, TM, I told you these guys are frauds, bruh. These guys are frauds. Did he really backtrack and say that he was joking? I hope he did it. I mean, I have them muted because they're a joke. Central Leaks are a joke just in general. But I mean, they're just incorrect information all the time. Fake rumors, fake leaks. They make Nintendo Prime look like a damn award-winning journalist. Like, when it comes down to reporting, bro. God dang. I don't play League of Legends or Dota. I don't prefer either one. Whoa! Did he really backtrack? What a fraud. Alright, I'm gonna check out that tweet, what he said. Well, I know the tweet, but where did he backtrack? But yeah. Where did he backtrack? Oh, okay, yeah, he backtracked right underneath that. Reading the comments of people taking speculation way too seriously. Bro, you said, welp, it's over. Based on the picture leaks, it's manufactured Samsung, meaning it's manufactured by Samsung, meaning the 8nm node is likely. It's 2018 technology. A lot of people were expecting 4nm. What are you talking about? Nobody was expecting any of this. Nobody was expecting 4nm. You made all this up. Nobody said anything about 2018 tech. This guy just makes everything up. These people are complete frauds. This is what I'm talking about. Talking about, oh yeah, you're getting mad. Nobody's mad. How do they have 500,000 followers? A bunch of fake fraud. Nobody expected any of that. That's insane. Nobody even knows what 4 nanometer is. Nobody even knows what that is. Nobody cares. This is a bunch of nerds that are saying that. And then, oh yeah, people reading the comments taking speculation way too seriously. Bro, you didn't speculate. You said, welp, it's over. Based off of this is what it is, meaning this. The people were expecting this. And then you said just speculation based on the leaked photos, but if it ends up being true, it'd be terrible. So you don't even have the full specs for it, and you're saying it's terrible. You're saying it's this. What are you talking? We're talking bad performance and bad battery. Like what? This is you literally saying things. You don't know what you're talking about. This is insane. And then he's gonna sit there and say taking speculation too seriously. Bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, dude. Okay. This is fraudulent. Let's see here. No, I think I saw the second tweet, right? The follow-up. Yeah, I saw the follow-up where he said, "Oh, you're taking speculation too seriously." But no, that's not what a motherboard picture means. That's insane. Like literally, that's insane. You know. Yes, Nintendo Prime blocked me. We went over this a while ago. He blocked me. So yeah. It's Drover. Nintendo's finished. Also finished. I don't know. Can you just speculate battery life and power merely by looking at a motherboard? No, you cannot. Not to the point where you can say, oh my gosh, this is really bad. This is gonna have really bad battery life, really bad power. Like, no, you cannot. He cannot. Central Leaks cannot. They cannot. Because a lot of people that know tech immediately went there and said, no, that's not the case. So no, he cannot. Hey, what's up, Tridon64? I didn't see the community note. I don't see a community note on there. I don't see a community note. Maybe he might get community noted, but I didn't see a community note. At least not at this point. Yeah, I don't see a community note yet. So yeah. So anyway, so people are going crazy one way or another, which is fine. I see a community note. Okay, I think it's because I'm on a different browser. You see a community note? Okay, let me check. Let me check. I didn't see a maybe community notes don't work on Okay, yeah, it keeps on. Do community notes not work on Edge? All right, hold up. Let me see here. Yeah, I don't see a community note. Yeah, people are laying into. I don't see the community note. I don't know why I'm not seeing a community note, but I don't see it. I saw it on the monitor. I saw it in mobile. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm not seeing it, man. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I don't see it. He did make a follow-up. But yeah, I still don't see it on the, maybe because I have him muted. I don't know. But whatever, it doesn't matter. If it's there, it's there. If it's not there, it's not there. But anyway, he's into basically damage control mode, starting to sit there and say, you guys are taking speculation too seriously. And then he puts up a whole nother post. I mean, like I said, there are a bunch of frauds there, so it don't really matter. So yeah. Bunch of frauds there anyway. So it is what it is. It is what it is. All right. Let's see. That's weird. It was literally on my timeline of he's a fraud. Okay, yeah. If somebody can screenshot it and send it to me on Twitter, that'd be great. So if you screenshot it, send it to me on Twitter. That'd be cool. If this was Switch 1 instead of the back in 2016, I bet many agree with Central Leak more. Well, because Eurogamer, by this point, Eurogamer already came out and said that it was Tegra X1. So we kind of knew about the Tegra X1 because Tegra X1 was already like, oh, okay, it's like a year old. It's been in other things, like, well, not in other things, but it's been like, I think the NVIDIA Shield tablet had a Tegra X1. So it was a little bit different with Tegra X1, you know, when it comes to, compared to this. This is probably going to be more of a custom chip compared to what Nintendo's doing with this one, but yeah. But it's all good, you know? Let's I don't know if you see Joe Merrick from Siri. He bodied him. Yeah, I did see what Joe Merrick had to say. I did see what Joe Merrick had to say as well, which was very funny. I can read what Joe Merrick had to say. Oh man, I can read what Joe Merrick had to say, which was hilarious. Give me 1 second here. These people tweet like a million miles per hour. So yeah, Joe Merrick. I forgot, dude. It's like super weird. Now, I can't find it. Is he okay? Here we go. It says, dude, you can shut up for dude. Can you shut up for once? It's 2025. Talk about things you know about, not things you don't like technical prowess, Pokemon, leaks, life, etc. You're wrong more times than I can draw a breath. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So yeah, he's basically trying to boost his account, basically. But it's all good. That was funny. He did kind of cook him there. They kind of cook him. So yeah. What's up, Commander? I do know Joe Merrick though. I do know him. What does the community note say? Like, what does it say on there? Like, what's the community note? So yeah. Hope they still have a clear cases for Switch 2 physical games. I really like having artwork on the inside cover. There's barely clear cases. I mean, we'll see what they do. I mean, they should, but I mean, they might not. Who knows? Thank you, Loyal. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for coming out to the stream. Were you the one that leaked the Switch 2, Commander? Nice, let's go. You did not see any community note. Said that the post was overreacted by people over the NM. Something. Okay, if anybody actually has like the screenshot of what it said, or maybe it got removed or whatever, if anybody actually has that, let me know. So yeah. So yeah, let me know. I sent it to via Twitter DM. All right, cool. Let me see this. Oh. I don't think I've seen a community note. Apparently, yeah, this community note was there. Apparently, you're right. It's there. The community says, somebody said, I don't think I've ever seen a community note with more inaccuracies than this. The performance and energy usage for the specs is severely exaggerated. The 8, you rated this as, okay, so is it a bad, okay, so I think the community note was bad, so it ended up getting removed. So is the performance and energy usage of the specs are severely exaggerated. 8-man nodes power, also NVIDIA GPUs, RTX 3000 series, continued developments, architecture, both PS5 and Xbox Series S only have 7 nm with 2020 architecture. So yeah, they basically, he's saying, hey, that's not a good community note though. But no, there is an exaggeration. Like, the guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about though. That is true, but they linked incorrect information. That's why I think the community note got removed. That's why it was removed. That's what it seems like. Yes, it was taken down due to inaccuracy. But that guy's being inaccurate. Like, his speculation is ridiculous. So yeah. Have you ever seen the new Switch 2 running? No. It's not out yet. They haven't revealed it, so can't tell if it's running or not. Then when they haven't actually revealed the system. So, nope. Not yet. Okay. There's this crazy stuff that's popping up on my, okay. So, I'm not sure what's going on, but there's this crazy, like, there we go. Add to block crazy people that are trying to scam. I have it. I'm playing the new Atelier and Persona. All right, good stuff. Those people who are complaining about Switch 2 are not gonna buy it anyway. Oh no, they're gonna buy it. Oh no, they're gonna buy it. Trust me. They bought the Switch 1 and complained. So yeah. Oh no, they're gonna buy it. Absolutely. So absolutely, they're gonna buy it. Absolutely. Absolutely, they're gonna buy it, man. 100%. Let's see. I'm surprised Pokemon Company did not took his account down. I don't think the Pokemon Company is gonna take his account down over fake Pokemon leaks. You know, like they're just not gonna do that. So yeah. I doubt it. You saw Central's newest tweet, right? Yeah, he's still trying to defend what he said about Switch 2. I did, but once again, there's no point in going over it left and right. Let's wait till actually something comes out and he'll be wrong. Central and a lot of these guys that are wrong, they don't actually address when they're wrong. They just move on and act like nothing ever happened, like to their next post that can make money. So I don't have to say, we don't even have to sit here and talk about it like crazy or anything. We'll just, like I said, wait till the actual facts come out. Then we'll see who's right or wrong. Because I doubt what he's saying is right. And this person does not know tech. This person does not know tech. He thinks that he does just by reading Google search. But he does not know tech. I'm sorry. But yeah, like I said, we'll see. We'll see. We'll definitely see once we get more information. So yeah. We will see. If you guys have not hit that like button, make sure you guys hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming right now. Appreciate that, guys. Hit that like button. Appreciate y'all coming through. I do appreciate everybody that's watched. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's hit that like button. Let's get to 100 plus likes. We're at, what are we at? We are at 106. Let's get to 150 likes, guys. So I appreciate you guys coming through. Like I said, if you have any questions too, feel free. If you want to talk about any other gaming news, I think we've kind of exhausted this whole Switch 2 topic. I'll have a new video tomorrow talking about probably like Monolith Soft or Xenoblade or some other stuff like that. So yeah. Do you think Unlock Switch release is waiting on Switch 2 to come out? Seppo, do you think Unlock Switch release is waiting on Switch 2 to come out? I don't know what that means, Solo Nepion. I bet once Switch 2 does get a reveal, once we know the specs, people are going to know that about the chip and whine and complain. Yes, people will, but then they'll still go out there and buy it just like Switch 1. ACNH being a Pokemon leak. ACNH. What does that mean? I'm always judge games on their quality, just gameplay, story, music, all platforms. Everyone used to do that until DF started this nonsense graphics. It was actually before that. DF just gives people the layman's terms in like the very basic way of being some type of graphic contrarian or graphic person now words, and we just have more internets and more people talking. Back in the day, it was the bit wars, so people would talk about this has more bits than that. This has blast processing. So people did it. It was just done in a very different way back then, you know. It just was, and we didn't have the internet like we have now. But graphics wars and graphics snobs and graphics this and that has always been a thing. It's just taken different forms, you know. Let's see here. OJ, it's basically MiG Switch clone. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about what it is. I don't know what it is, and I don't care. I'm not sure what it is, and I don't know. I don't care. So I don't have anything to add to it, basically. And maybe like MVG or not MVG. Yeah, maybe like MVG or Spawn or RGT. They'd probably know about it. I don't know. I don't care. Let's see here. By the way, many Chinese brand smartphones are ghetto. I have a Hawaii. Is it Huawei? Is that how you say it? Was before without even an Android. Google, the newest Huawei phone 70 Pro is incredible. Okay. Do you agree with Tom Warren's take? Come on now. Atari Jaguar at 64 bits, clearly the best system of the era. Yeah, a fake 64 bits. Will there be a new Octo game, like Octopath Traveler? Probably one of these days. PS2 had emotion engine. That means it can do emotions. That's true. You know, that's true. That's true. The FX chip. So Super Nintendo had the FX chip. That means it can do FX. Yo, that's it with the Jojo. Hey.
JoJo New Year's Let's Go.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, since these leaks being wet on people's minds, they even gone loony Coco, but it's true what you mean. They always have something new to grift about. Great evening, OJ. Music request F-Zero GX any track.
Definitely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, my boy. I agree. I 100% agree. Thank you so much, Vadcent. Dropping crazy support lately, man. Thank you so much, Vadcent. Shout out to the New Year's JoJo boys and girls. We out here tonight. Let's go. Combo breakers and we're close to that 60. You guys know how it is. Let's get it done. Close to that 60-hour-long extension. Let's get this stream maxed out as far as we can go. Let's go, baby. And yes, sir. JoJo boys in the house. 5 JoJos tonight. Shout out to all the new members, too, man. We had a bunch of new people joining up yesterday. I want to keep the train going when it comes to the members. So I'll show one time here, guys. If you guys want to become a member, get yourself a Discord link. We have a private Discord for our Elite Ninja. We are going to be playing a ton of Switch 2 multiplayer games. So if you want to get in on that action, come voice chat with us, with the homies, as long as you're not weird. Come through. You can voice chat, talk with us, play games. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, you get custom emotes and an exclusive badge as well. Exclusive emotes, exclusive badge. So if you want to become a member, ! member, all lowercase, it's only $1 to join up. That is my shill for the night. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to the 522 members. We are out here. Let's go. Thank you guys for that support, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I think they'll reveal Bravely Default 3. I think Bravely Default 3 or even a Bravely Default remake are likely. I think that they have to remake Bravely Default though, because those games are stuck on the old system. So they might do Bravely Default. They might do Bravely Default 1 and Bravely Default like End Layer, and then maybe that'll lead to Bravely Default 3. So then you can play all of the Bravely Default games on a new platform, because unfortunately, the only Bravely Default game that you can play on the Switch is Bravely Default 2. You cannot play End Layer, you cannot play Bravely Default 1. They have not ported that over. So I think it wasn't necessarily the best idea to not have Bravely Default 1 on there too. So yeah. Yo, Garbear 01190. Yo, what's up, Garbear? Thank you for the Twitch primer. Let's go, baby. Appreciate that. Let's get it. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. And let's get that F-Zero music going. F-Zero. Smash. I like the Smash remix of F-Zero Brawl. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 58. Let's get it. Wait for the 3DS online swap online. 3DS Nintendo swap. That sounds like a fun deal. Shout out to Garbear, man. Shout outs. The PS3 had the cell, meaning it could consume other chips and become stronger. Yes, it was definitely like Dragon Ball Z cell. Yes, I agree. What does the PS4 has? It has the X86, so it can, I don't know, like X out other 86 other systems. Is that what it was? Oh man. Shout outs though, guys. Oh, it was a continuation of the previous message. Oh, okay, cool, no problem. No problem. Switch 2, January 8th. What are you guys' predictions on the Switch 2 when it gets revealed? And shout out to the 700 people plus watching. I do appreciate you guys. 700 plus watching, man. Thank you guys so much for coming out to tonight's stream. So, appreciate that. Appreciate it. Let's go. Look, it revealed January 8th. Trust me, bro. Is that what you're saying? Trust me, bro. So yeah. Trust me, bro, on this one. Trust me, bro. Gen 8 consoles just start using PC parts, so it's kind of became boring. OJ Bear knows said January 8th. You guys are just full on trolling me. That's cool. I like it. OJ Bear knows. I'm going with everything Nate said to be true. Nate hasn't said anything new yet. What has Nate said? So yeah. Yo, Jason, with the Elite Ninja Tutored tier membership, my shilling worked. My Kurt shilling worked for at least one person. Let's go. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Going further beyond. Almost at that 61-hour extension. Appreciate that. OJ's the GOAT. Let's go. Big, important, and relevant question. Is Switch 2 9th or 10th gen? It's 10th gen. It's 11th. It's actually 11th gen. It's above that. It's like 11th gen. It's so far into the future. What are you most excited about 2025? I'm most excited about the community, us growing. Like my man Jason hit us with that Elite Ninja membership, but I'm also really excited about Nintendo Switch 2. I think Nintendo Switch 2 is like one of the most exciting things that we could experience like in recent memory. Nintendo Switch 2 is so exciting. It's so exciting. So yeah, that is fun. Like being able to have new hardware, new games, Nintendo Directs. Like let's get back. We know the assignment, bro. We know the assignment. Like the industry needs Nintendo to talk like for there to be hype, for there to be like excitement. Like look at this whole year. This whole year, there's been no big like, oh my gosh, here's the next big Zelda game outside. We had, the 2D Zelda, which is fine, but we had like no big 3D Mario, no big Mario Kart, like none of the big Nintendo Directs. They had a whole year. What was lit? What was lit? What was like, oh my gosh, blew you away? Nothing. Like, don't get me wrong, there was some cool stuff. Like Microsoft had a nice little show. Indiana Jones, Helldivers. There's some good games, don't get me wrong. But what was lit? Like, there wasn't anything that was like, oh my gosh, that blew us away, like, with presentations and shows and all that. It really wasn't. Like, whether you like it or not, the industry needs Nintendo to bring some of that hype, Like, people might not like the games that are shown, but people realize how hype Nintendo Directs are. They're fun, they're exciting, it gets the fans going, and it's just something that we need. We need to bring that energy back. We do. So that's the Creosamon with the 38 months of Ambu tier. Hey, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much, man. Let's go. Dude, the hype around Switch 2 is insane. Yeah, whether good or bad or anything in between, it's hype. Let's see here. Just need a new Fire Emblem game. Hey, look, we all need a new Fire Emblem game. People doubting GTA comes out this year. Yeah. Vice says, I agree. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like, it's like, don't get me wrong. And Happy New Year, player 01. But yeah, man, don't get me wrong. It's like there was great stuff that happened this year. But think about it. Even right now, what's everyone getting hyped about? Everyone's getting hyped about potentially, a new system coming out. They're getting hyped about new hardware and all that. Like, it's just exciting once again, So yeah, it would have been nice if Metaphor was on Switch, but I doubt they'd be able to even optimize it for it to run good. But yeah. So yeah. Fortnite is peak gaming, although albeit, however, you just said that twice. I think you messed up your message there. So yeah. Yo, Vice with the $10 JoJo. Hey, shout outs to the New Year's JoJo fam. You guys are out here this week. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank you so much. 69, very nice. Appreciate the dono from Vice, the Sky Pirate. Skies Remaster 2025, a man can dream. No, I'm gonna say this. If there's no Skies Remaster in 2025, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be very upset if there's no Skies Remaster in 2025, my man. There needs to be at least like a virtual console release, like some type of, let's just release it, on the Switch or PlayStation, whatever the case is. Like there needs to be that. I agree. Like there needs to be that at least at the bare minimum. At the bare minimum, the bare necessities. So yeah, we need that, man. We need that. But you know what else we need? We need to go even further beyond. Almost 70. We are close to that 100 platinum. Let's go. Limit break. Let's get it. Shout outs, guys. 31 more combos for that one. We just had a new Fire Emblem game, bro. It's too soon for a new one. Not really. It's been 2 years since the last Fire Emblem game. So Fire Emblem Engage came out in 2023. So it's been 2 years. So I guess that's kind of close, yes. But then like also that was an anniversary game. That wasn't like a brand new like main Fire Emblem main-ish type of thing. It is and it isn't. Like because you're using just a bunch of characters that are like, you know, that are rings and they're like mirages almost from, you know, other Fire Emblem games. Like that type of stuff is not like what you'd expect from like the new Fire Emblem game. So there is one more Fire Emblem game that's coming out that's done or close to being done, and that's Fire Emblem 4 Remake, and that's the game that I want them to just release. Now there's definitely going to be a brand new Fire Emblem game where it's like a new new world, new characters, new everything, but there's still one more Fire Emblem game that was slated for the Switch that, you know, I think it's going to maybe be cross-gen or something, but they're going to announce it sometime soon. I do think that within the next number of months, 3 to 4 months, they will announce the new Fire Emblem game. So we'll see about that. What's the studio called that made Octopath Traveler and Triangle? Yeah, they're called Acquire. Well, Team Asano in particular made it, but Acquire made Octopath, and Triangle Strategy, that's a separate team within Team Asano, if I'm not correct. Who made Triangle? I forgot the name of the Triangle Strategy. Triangle Strategy. Triangle Strategy was made by Art Dink. There we go. Art Dink made Triangle Strategy through Team Asano, and then Acquire makes Octopath Traveler through the branch of Team Asano and Square Enix. There you go. Art Dink. No, Asano he's the producer. He's the guy that leads all of those games like under his umbrella, but there's multiple developers under the umbrella of Asano's teams that he manages. So Art Dink and Acquire are two different companies. Art Dink made Triangle Strategy, and Acquire made Octopath Traveler. So yeah. So Engage is still considered a numbered Fire Emblem game for the community. It is, but like I said, there is a Fire Emblem 4 remake that's been sitting there. So they need to release that, essentially. I think that's what my man is saying. What games has Asano made before Octopath? They made Bravely Default. Never too soon for a new fire. Oh, this is why Bead Queen's my girl. This is why Bead Queen is the homie. It's never too soon for a new Fire Emblem. It's never too soon. Because you know why it's never too... Well, sometimes it can be, but I know what she means. Because Fire Emblem is a unique type of game. Most people... Fire Emblem is not made in the industry. You know why? Because it doesn't sell. So you do not see a lot of companies making Fire Emblem style of games. And you do not see companies making AAA Fire Emblem style of games. You just don't see it. You don't see it. You don't see, you don't see it at all. And that's the reason why Fire Emblem is like, people just love, like, it can come out, every number of years and people just want to play it because, yeah, it's really important. And like I said, most people don't make AAA strategy RPGs. Like, who makes that? Nobody makes those anymore. After Marvel, what was that? That Marvel game? What was that Marvel game? Marvel Midnight Suns. They're like, we ain't making that no more. But the problem with that game is because it was a card game. They should have just made it a strategy RPG. You should have just made it a Marvel straight up strategy RPG like Mario plus Rabbids. If they would have done like that, then it would have been just fine. Or if we would have just made it like XCOM, that would have been fine. But they for some reason they decided that it should be a card game, which was a very, 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 very bad idea to make that into a card game. Once you put those cards on there, it completely stripped the interest from a lot of Marvel fans. Marvel fans don't want to use cards. Marvel fans aren't known to be card gamers, card players. So I don't know why they felt that it was a good idea to make it a card strategy RPG. Like, they should have just made it a straight up strategy RPG with where you can move and Storm can move farther because she's Storm. Wolverine has shorter movement, but he has super powerful up close. Cyclops has good mid-range. Like, I don't know why they just didn't do that. Like, why do they got to make cards and all that? That was just a bonehead move. And everyone told them that it was a bonehead move, but they still went and did it. But yeah, basically games like that failed. Like, you don't see it a lot. Obviously, all you really see is like in terms of AAA or anywhere near that, like Mario plus Rabbids and Fire Emblem. I mean, on console. I don't know about PC. PC is a little bit different, but except Marvel Snap, of course. Well, Marvel Snap is a mobile game, so that's very, very different from a console Marvel game. Marvel Snap is a mobile game, so anybody can get into that. That's a little bit different, you know. Let's see here. Don't know if this has been asked. What do you think the chances of either Nintendo Direct or news drop this month? News drop is highly likely. I don't know about a direct, but a news drop or something, that's definitely likely. I can see it happening, man. I can see it. I can see it coming through. So yeah. FF Tactics. I think FF Tactics is happening as well. Yeah, I think that's happening. Just tagging the copy of Neo Dimension and Baten Kaitos Remaster 1 and 2. Nice. Oh, those are so good. I wish Sega would revive the Shining Force series. Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice to get like a AAA Shining Force. Woo. You know how long I've been waiting for this? Yeah, that would be really good. I'd be down. I'd be down for that, man. I'd be down. 100% down. 100% down. Boom 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 boom. Baten Kaitos mid. You can't even spell it right. Your spelling's mid. New Phantasy Star would be cool. Why not? I mean, I'd like a new Phantasy Star, but I'd like it to actually be like a normal game, not like a MMO type thingy. Like, I know Phantasy Star's like an MMO, but I'd like it to be able to be played single player, like on the console, like the Star Ocean, that the Phantasy Star was on the GameCube. You can play that online. You can play that local co-op. I want to be able to do it like that. Like, I don't want it to just be all about online, you know? So I'm hoping that they do that. I'm hoping that they actually do, you know, like an actual Phantasy Star that I can play normal and not just you know, online only cloud stuff, all that weird thing, you know. Looking forward to new RPGs. A Metaphor on Switch 2 would be awesome. Yeah, you didn't play Metaphor. I mean, I envy people that are going to be able to play Metaphor on Switch 2 because I couldn't wait, man. Metaphor is just too goated. I wish I could have waited, but hey, man, it is what it is. So yeah. It's all good. All good. Let's see here. I'm holding out. You're holding out. Marvel Rivals would be cool on Switch 2 as well. Final Fantasy 14. Yeah, those would be dope. Those would be dope. I don't think I'd play them much, but those would be dope for sure. I think Final Fantasy 14 is going to happen. They've said that they wanted to get Final Fantasy on there. And I think that's why Nintendo's been doing a lot of the testing for the NSO, like the updates for NSO, like that Nintendo Switch Online stress test. That was definitely so games like Final Fantasy 14 can operate on their servers and stuff, you know? So absolutely. I think that's definitely a thing. Well, the success of Sea of Stars is going to see more of those RPGs, more remake, and more remake, remaster. Yeah, we should definitely see more classic style RPGs. You know, we're getting those for sure. When it comes to remakes, remasters, we're always going to get remakes and remasters because they're easy money flips for a dedicated audience. Like, you want to make some money, right? You have a team that can do it. You can employ somebody. You can just get, Final Fantasy Tactics, right? Or you can get, Final Fantasy 9, or like you know that there's a built-in audience of like 1 million people or whatever the case that's gonna buy the game. So yeah, we're always gonna see remakes, remasters, all that type of stuff, like ports, all that. We're always gonna see that. It's just always gonna be a thing because why not? Like because why not? Skell Amiibo Xeno X, ooh, that'd be nice. I'd be down. So yeah. Beat Metaphor tonight with all follower bonds maxed and Trial of Dungeons finished. Hey, there you go, man. Let's see. Why people expect free patches from Nintendo. It was a rumor that they're going to do that. That's why. We'll always get remakes, remasters, but we'll never get Mother 3. You know, one of these days, we'll get Mother 3. One of these days. What's up, Rescue Squad? Look, I've been an FE game since, if you meant gamer. You've been FE gamer since Melee. I just don't want the interest to dwindle. I freaked out when Awakening was considered the last FE title. Yeah, I don't think interest is gonna dwindle if you do a Fire Emblem for a remake. I don't think interest is gonna dwindle, or even if you do like a brand new big Fire Emblem, I don't think the interest will dwindle at all. I mean, Fire Emblem Engage sold nowhere near as much as Fire Emblem Three Houses. I mean, it's obviously Fire Emblem Three Houses is a lot older, but I don't think Fire Emblem Engage is gonna catch it. So I think that there's definitely a large sect of Fire Emblem fans that didn't play Engage or don't care. And if they saw something that was more in line with like Fire Emblem Three Houses, or was that more in line with like Fire Emblem, let's say Fire Emblem Awakening or Fire Emblem Fates, like they'd probably be more excited for that than Engage. So I don't think you're really gonna, you know, interest isn't gonna dwindle, you know, just because they make a new Fire Emblem game in 2 years. Like that's not, it'll be fine. Once again, a lot of people didn't play Engage. Literally playing Sea of Stars right now on PS5, listening to the stream. Hey, let's go. I bet it's nice, man. I bet it's nice. Especially like with that new update that they had, it really made the game a lot better. It says, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about the Nintendo Global Test. Yeah. It just kind of like disappeared because it ended and then that was that, you know? And a lot of people actually, I mean, people detail what it was, but a lot of people just didn't say anything about it. They actually respected what Nintendo had to say and just didn't talk about it. So yeah. I like Engage with even with the story. I like Engage too. I think Engage is awesome. Check out my review. If you have not seen my review for Fire Emblem Engage, go watch it. It's awesome. I think it's really good. I enjoyed it. It was such a slow starter though. It was like nobody was watching it. Then all of a sudden people started watching it. Fire Emblem Engage review. All right. After 110 hours. So yeah, check out my review if you haven't seen it. I don't have a top 5 channels, man. Was I got a favorite anime opening or just something that you really like off the top of your head? Like Distance from Naruto, Distance, Blue Bird, like My Hero, one of those openings, or like what else? I'm trying to. I thought I had something, but yeah, probably. I would just say like Distance. I think probably that from like Naruto. Like off the top of my head. I mean, I have to think about it, like in terms of other openings. But yeah, Distance. Departure. From where? Yeah, Distance. You are my friend. Hunter Hunter. Okay, yes, Hunter is very good. Departure. Oh my god, I totally forgot. Yes, Hunter Departure is very good. But I don't know what I'd pick between Departure and Distance. It's a very close. Very close. Departure and Distance, very close. Very close. I have not watched the Dan or whatever the heck that's called. I haven't watched it yet. Everyone's saying that it's dope. Maybe I'll check it out one of these days. I prefer a boldness of Three Houses writing, though I see some really hate it. Most people like Fire Emblem Three Houses. It's reviewed really well. People like it a lot. So I don't know. People are gonna like and dislike lots of things, but overall, I think it's pretty good. Overall, pretty good. Excuse me. Tokyo Ghoul Unravel. I've never seen Tokyo Ghoul, so I was actually looking for footage of NSO playtest. Couldn't find anything. Miyamoto out there bombing traces of it. You couldn't find anything? Let's see if we can actually find something of it. I mean, I don't know if they were copyright striking it, people would have reported on that too. NSO playtest. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's not much of the NSO playtest out there. That's true. There's not much of the NSO playtest. I don't know who Distance is by. I'm not sure who it is, but yeah. Let's see here. We need a new Parappa game. Oh, we do. Parappa would be great, man. Parappa would be awesome. Red, blue, yellow, green. Is that is the dream over? The dream's never over on red, yellow, blue, green. It's never over, man. It's never over. So yeah. Never over. $10K people play Call of Duty on Switch, not a big deal. 10K people play Call of Duty on Switch, not a big deal. Ah ha ha ha. I don't know what that means, George. Maybe you're in the wrong chat or something. Not sure what that means, man. Not sure what that means at all. Let's see here. Kick, punch, it's all in the mind. Yes, it's all in the mind. That's from Parappa, guys. Is it Steins Gate or Steins Gate? It has a great OP. Red, yellow, blue, green. That's the GOAT. That's the GOAT, man. Red, yellow, blue, green is like the greatest thing ever. The greatest thing ever. You need to know what's going on with that. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth director wants to make the series available to more fans. Oh, man. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth director. This is from Genki. Genki on Twitter. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth director Naoki Hamaguchi says that they want to make FF7 remake series of games available to more game fans in 2025. We're currently proceeding with the development of Final Fantasy VII. Oh, I actually didn't see this one. Hold up. When was this? December 29th? So it was a couple days ago. It was 3 days ago. It was on Sunday. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth director Naoki Hamaguchi says that they want to make FF7 remake series of games available to more game fans in 2025. We are currently proceeding with the development of the final title in the FF7 remake series, and the entire development team is doing their best to make it a fitting finale. Next year, we'll also continue to take on the challenge so that more game fans can be able to play FF7 remake series titles, so please continue to support us. So I think that means definitely PC, right? FF7 Rebirth, but I think that could potentially mean Switch 2 stuff, which we've already talked about that as well. So there's also that. There's also that too. Hey, Happy New Year, Alan. Shout outs, brother. Thank you so much. FF Remake on phones. They test the server probably for Call of Duty. Call of Duty, I don't know if it's for Call of Duty, to be honest, but I don't know if it's for that. I think it's for a variety of games. I don't think it's just for Call of Duty. Because the type of things that they're doing in the playtest would not be what Call of Duty would be about, because Call of Duty does not have like a million people all doing things like building stuff like in real time and having it almost like, you know, like Death Stranding almost, right? Where you have some people putting together something, then other people kind of finish the part and all that. That's not what it is. Call of Duty is very segmented. It has up to 100 people, but the Nintendo Switch Online playtest had way more than that, doing a bunch of different things that was not what you do like in Call of Duty. So I think it wasn't necessarily for something like Call of Duty. I think it was for something like, you would probably say like an MMO or some type of like, you know, games that have like real-time sharing and building like right then and there. So like MMOs would be like probably the biggest thing. Maybe after the third game. Yeah, I can see them definitely doing something after the third game. I mean, I don't know. They might not wait, but we don't know what the deal is. Like, I wish we knew what the deal was. I wish we knew what the deal was when what's it called came out. I wish we knew what the deal was with the actual like Final Fantasy VII, like what Square Enix has with them. I think that would be cool if we found out, you know? So yeah. So yeah, it's all good though. Whoa! Let's see here. Watch another influencer streaming that was insufferable. Player since the go. There's a lot of good streamers, man. So appreciate you coming out to my stream. Do you think that the NSO playtest itself could be a game? I mean, it could be, but it's definitely, if it is a game, it's testing out what they're doing with the new MPLN. So it could be that. I think it could be a game, but then it can also be what they're testing out for, because that type of stuff probably wasn't possible before MPLN. I don't think it was. We never had anything like it. So yeah, and obviously, like a lot of MMOs, you know, there are some MMOs that are on the Nintendo Switch, but you know, obviously they don't play the best on there. So, hey, Happy New Year's, Immortal Rooster, man. Happy New Year's, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming out to the stream. If you guys have more questions, feel free to tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence. You want to talk about the Switch specs and random leaks and all sorts of weird stuff and whatever the case is, feel free to, like I said, drop them in the chat. More than happy to answer your questions, talk about all sorts of stuff, you know. Let's go. Let go. So how Stripster's doing, still making a fool out of himself? Man, I don't know why y'all even bringing this guy up. He's a clown, you know, complete clown. So not worth talking about, in my opinion. You do not own a Switch 2. That's just your imagination. That's purely your imagination, Commander. You know the color choice of red, yellow, blue, green is a reference to the classic Super Famicom controller. Is it really? I never knew that. That's crazy. I never knew that it was actually a reference to that. That is interesting. That is very, very, very interesting. Let's go. Oh man, very interesting. I did not know. Now I know. Now I know at this point. Shout outs to Killer Instinct. We need a new one. We need an actual new Killer Instinct game, because Killer Instinct's awesome. So is the NVIDIA chip 5nm or 8nm? It doesn't matter right now what it is. We don't know what it is, so it doesn't really matter. Once we get the games and we actually start seeing stuff, and then we get like a teardown, then we'll know what it is. But no, it doesn't really matter. Don't let weirdos who have no idea about tech tell you to be this or that. Nobody even knows what nano. It doesn't even matter about nanometers. It doesn't matter. Irrelevant. So yeah, but we don't know what it is. Not right now, at least. I mean, nothing that we can tell right now. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what tech they're using. Let's wait and see what it's actually going to be. Let's wait and see once we get teardown and breakdowns, and once we get the games, then we can say, oh, it's going to be this or it's going to be that. But right now, it's just a irrelevant thing that people are going crazy about for some reason. Some people, not even some people, or some weird people. So it doesn't matter. So theoretically, is Daisy or Yoshi up next for a game? No. They're never up next for a game. None of them. Daisy and Yoshi, none of them are up next for a game. If I remember correctly, DMX says, stop being greedy when sampled from Killer Instinct. Did he really? I remember hearing that song, but I don't remember him sampling from that. I don't remember sampling from that. I used to listen to that song all the time. I had a friend. I used to go over to my friend's house, and he didn't like video games, but he hung out with me. We played basketball. We used to hang. We used to listen to music at his house. And his family was always very nice to me. Yeah, I remember hanging out, like spending the night and hanging out at his house, and we didn't play video games, which is weird. I had a really wide variety of friends when I was younger. There were people that were into this, and this, and I would hang out with each one of them. But when I hung out at his place, we did not. I used to hang out at his place a lot. We used to hang out, and we never play games. And like when I was at my other friend's house, we'd always play games. I was always about playing video games. But at his house, we never played games. We just listened to music and play basketball, and he wasn't even like big on basketball. It was weird. But yeah, I remember listening to that CD a lot at his place because I didn't have it. Let's see here. Any chance Dragon Quest X will ever get released outside of Japan? There's always a chance, but at this point, it's been over a decade now, man. So I think it's just time to, you know, let it go. You know, just let it go at this point. So yeah. So it is what it is on that one. My friend had a tiff with okay, I'm not gonna answer those questions. You're gonna start going crazy if I start answering those. I wonder what the next gen Fire Emblem game will look like and do. So exciting. Well, we'll see if we get Fire Emblem 4 remake first, and then we'll see after that. But yeah, I mean, I'm very excited to what potential possibilities for the next Fire Emblem. And yeah, I'll be talking about that in a new video this week probably as well. So absolutely we'll be talking about that as well. So yeah. Big love to Phil M. Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate that. Let's go. Let's get it. I would play Bowser game only if a red, yellow, blue, green controller. Gosh, you had me in the first half, Felipe. I mean, listen, the red, yellow, blue, green is coming. If you guys think that it's not coming, just wait and see. Red, yellow, blue, green is coming. It's coming. What are the chances we get a sneak peek at the new Monolith game during the reveal? There is a chance, just because. I mean, I don't know about at the reveal, but there's always a chance. I mean, Nintendo Directs are more likely. If you go back to even like the first Xenoblade game, that was revealed at a Nintendo Direct. You go back to Xenoblade Chronicles X, that was revealed at a Nintendo Direct. You go back to Xenoblade Chronicles 2, that was revealed at a Nintendo presentation, like the reveal thingy. Not the first reveal trailer, but like the presentation. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 revealed at a Nintendo Direct. So it's very likely that it'll be at some type of Nintendo Direct, you know? Future Millionaire with the $5 dono. Hey, yo, 74 on the board. Let's go.
Even further beyond.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for the 74 combo count. I'm going to read your message as well. It says, help me choose my next RPG playthrough. Infinite Wealth, Metaphor, Persona 5, FF16, Unicorn Overlord. There is only one answer. And the one answer is Metaphor Refantazio. Because Metaphor is a goated game, one of my favorite RPGs of all time, and I still think about it every single day. I look at it in the mirror like the Wolverine meme. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at it, you know, there. So if somebody can actually make that picture Wolverine meme, but like put my face just like sadly looking at it like this. So if somebody can just take it, like put my face on and I'll post it on Twitter if it's good. Looking at the Wolverine, you know, but looking at a picture of Will. Metaphor Refantazio. So yeah, I still think about that game almost every single day. So yes, that's the game to play. The game to play is Metaphor Refantazio. I don't have any comment on that, man, Commander. Hulkenberg is the best girl. Hulkenberg's a cool girl. You know, listen, I am down with my peeps though. I am down with Hulkenberg. I do like let's see here. Hold up. I don't want to do any spoilers. Give me a second here, guys. I do like... Okay, yeah, this is not a spoiler. I do like Juna. She has a huge forehead. And that's kind of cool, too. Like, her forehead is pretty big. She got a big forehead, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm a fan of Juna. You know? I think Yufa's cool too, but Juna's great. She's fantastic. So yeah. People like Basilio too. But I am a fan of Juna. Big forehead and West Country English accent. Yes, a great combination. Great combination. Good combination between the two. Metaphor withdrawals. I am having metaphor withdrawals. Like, I'm almost thinking about just going back and doing New Game Plus on it because I can't think of anything else to play. That's worth my time right now. So like right now I'm thinking, man, I should just maybe go back and play Metaphor now that it's been a little bit of time. Give me a little break. Maybe I forgot a few things. So then maybe I should go back and play it like a New Game Plus. So yeah. I'm playing Dragon Quest 3 as well. I'm just not really on it like I should be, but I'm on. I've played a lot of it, trust me. But I don't know, man. There's something about Metaphor that that is just so good. That just hooked me and just kept me playing over and over and over and over. It's like Atlas games, man. Atlas games are just incredible. Atlas games are just so good. So yeah, that's the thing about Atlas, man. So yeah. Let's see, too many games to play. There's so many games to play, man. So many games to play. It's crazy. Crazy stuff. You're playing Sonic. Of course you're playing Sonic. So yeah. Of course. Playing 3 JRPGs this week. Saga 2, Trails Through Daybreak, and Metaphor. Man, I can't split my time between all of those. I would just... it feels like you never make any progress if you do that. So, it feels like you never make progress if you do something like that. So, I don't think I can do it. So, yeah. I don't know if I could. Hey, Happy New Year, Mr. Andy. Let's hope that we get a brand new DK game soon. Let's hope. What's his favorite drink? I don't know how to... I don't do drink. And then you did. You have a favorite? I'm not sure. OJ sipping ginger beers like me, I'm sober. Yeah, I don't have a favorite drink, but if I did, I guess, you know, like a Blue Moon's pretty good with the orange. But yeah, I don't really drink too much. I didn't even drink for New Year's. I was in my bed lying down with my son. Like after I got done streaming, I was in my bed lying down with my son, and my wife had to come over and say Happy New Year. As me and my son were fast asleep. We were snoring away. We were snoozing. You snooze, you lose. So me and my son, we were snoozing away. And my wife had to actually come in and say Happy New Year, and she took my son because she just took him and put him in his crib. so yeah, that's what I did for New Year's. That was my New Year's, man. So yeah. Not all cider is alcoholic. Apple cider is not alcoholic. So I guess you're talking about certain alcoholic ciders. But yeah, there's also apple cider, which is not, and like different flavors of cider that's not alcoholic. So yeah. Shows what I know. Yeah. Let's Wait, did you think that cider was alcoholic? Like apple? Did you think that apple cider was alcoholic, or wait, what's? I thought beers and I was gonna say, but I'm not. I'm not a drinker. Yeah, dude. Like apple cider is not alcoholic. Like all the ciders that come in those like wine, like look like wine bottles or kind of like wine bottles. Those, none of those are alcoholic. Those are all just like juice. They're all just like, you know, cider, like fizzy, bubbly juice. So yeah, I'm a one game at a time kind of guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I can. When I was younger, I used to play multiple different games, but not anymore. You know, so yeah. I thought so yeah, but it's all good. I was for the last 2 weeks, and my girl was in China. And my girl was in China, so it'd be enough time to play. Oh, okay, she's just visiting China, or she with family or friends. That's cool. Good stuff. I haven't played Cyberpunk enough. I think I've put about maybe 10 hours into Cyberpunk, maybe a bit less. And every time I've tried it, I've always just ended up quitting. Like I really would hope that one of these days that Cyberpunk gets like a third person view. So yeah. Has anyone brought up RGT today? I think I brought him up. In terms of somebody was asking about somebody was asking about what's it called? The MIG switch or something like the MIG switch or whatever the case is. So yeah. No, I'm not looking up anything. I should be meeting friends and family, but I don't really feel comfortable going yet. My Chinese needs to be better, especially in speaking. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So yeah. So prepare. So to prepare for eventual fatherhood, I'm looking up YouTube vids on making your own baby food. Really good stuff. Making your own baby food. Prepare for fatherhood. House gang. You don't even got a girlfriend, bro. Like what? Oh my god. Um. So yeah. Let's see. Otherwise, very awkward situation coming. Yeah. Have you met her family yet? Big Mom, because I know, how long have you guys been dating? You guys have been like dating for like a hot minute, it seems like, right? It says stay single, bro. Being single is not for everyone. It works for some people. Some people need that, but sometimes it's like you just need to be with someone or whatever. What about 8NM? Get 8NM. That's what you need. So yeah. In February, we are 5 years. Oof, half a decade. February, 5 years, man. That's crazy. Hey, congrats on that, man. Seriously. Yeah, I think, yeah, time flies. My wife and I we're going to be 6 years this February. Yeah, we're going to be it's going to be 6-year anniversary this February. Yeah. 6-year anniversary for my wife and I. So, pretty good stuff, man. Time flies when you're having fun. OJ, is he your wife's first kid? OJ, is he your wife's first kid? What is it? No, but what does it matter if it was or not? But no. Or actually, wait a minute. I'm trying to. OJ, is he your wife? Yes, that's our first. We only have one kid together. Me and my wife, we only have one kid together. If that's what you're asking, we only have one kid. Yes. She doesn't have any other kids. She just has our kid together. That's it. Let's see here. The only cider that is alcoholic is the hard one. Hard cider. Sparkling ciders are never alcoholic. Yeah. What's up, Red Beard and Sausage? Shout outs. Let's go. Guess I just started making conversation. No, it's all good. It's all good. No big deal. But yeah, only child together we have together. No other children from her side, at least. So yeah. For 2 days on layover and it was cool. Nice. One of these days I will go to China. One of these days I will go. But not to do anything that you guys are expecting. I'll go there to go watch basketball. I'll go there to go watch the basketball league there, man. Those people play ferocious. I love it. Yeah, Monado Western media makes it seem like China's the big bad, but to be honest, governments are all terrible. Yeah, it just depends, right? Depends on how you see certain things. Everybody has a different opinion, right? I want to see how you say this. Hold up.
Guangzhou several times during my work time. Last time I was at Guangzhou back in December 21st. Chat.
How do you say that?
Guangzhou several times during my work time.
Is that how you say it? Is that how you actually say it? Which is gonna look like a ball player compared to other Chinese people in the native. Okay, erased it. Don't go to China, OJ. You can't use YouTube there. LOL. Oh man, don't go to. You can't. That's true. You can't use. Well, no, I can use the. What's it called? I can. Wait a minute. You're using it right now. I can use the. What's it called? I can use the IP switcher thing or whatever. Like I forgot what they call. What do they call those things? I could use one of those. You know. VPN. There you go. VPN. I can get one of the Nord VPN. You got a Nord VPN. I should be playing Xenoblade, but I have all of them, but I haven't beaten the first. Oh, you got to go back and get the first one, man. Play the first one. Xenoblade's too good. You can use VPN to use YouTube. Yeah, I recommend Surfshark or ExpressVPN. By the way, already back in Taiwan now. Nice. All right, so those are the two that you recommend. You're an expert on VPNs. Without a Mario, an expert on VPNs. All right, Surfshark or ExpressVPN. All right, I got you. I'll get one of those too. So yeah. Time to get a sponsor, OJ. Yeah, I know. I need to get a sponsor. That's the thing that I need to do so I can go. There's so many places that I still need to go, man. I still haven't really been in like Europe. Like I still haven't really been in the trenches in Europe yet. Like I've been in Europe, but only like, you know, layover or stopping by, like going like connected flight. Like I've been in like, I think I was in Amsterdam. Like I've been in like UK. Like I've been in certain places in Europe, or whatever. Like I've been in Germany. But like I've never actually been to like visit and like hang out and like, you know, do other stuff. So I definitely need to take a trip one of these days to there and like hang out. So Europe is on my plate. Still, you know, want to go to what was it? One of these days, Australia. Hang out in Australia with MVG. You know what I'm saying? No. Maybe one of these days, Australia. But yeah. Istanbul, Turkey was lit. Nice. Let's go. Time to get the raid. I mean, listen, the raid shadow, they don't be handing out the bags like they used to, man. At least not the people who don't get them back returned. So they don't really be handing out the bags no more. They used to, but not as much anymore, you know? So yeah, they don't be handing out the bags like before, man. So I'm hoping that they start handing them out again. So yeah. So yeah, Surfshark works surprisingly well. Using a VPN isn't illegal. At least you're not going to go to jail for using a VPN. That's good. That's good. At least you won't go to jail. I mean, I didn't think that you would, because otherwise everybody in China would be in jail. You know? So yeah. I think of using a VPN like jaywalking. I think some places even got rid of jaywalking being illegal. That's the funny thing. So yeah. Commander, man, you don't do nothing, bro. Just chill out. Commander, you ain't doing nothing, bro. You ain't doing nothing, Commander. Just chill out, brother. Commander out here like you big balling over there in the UK, man. You out here playing video games worrying about women, pixelated women. Stop it, brother. Jaywalking isn't illegal in every place. I forgot what places got rid of that. It might still be illegal in some states, but some states it's not. Let me check. I gotta double check. Jaywalking no longer illegal. I think it's California. Yep, California. No, wait. Police, oh no, it's still illegal. It's just that as of January 1st, 2023, police are no longer permitted to stop pedestrians and issue citations for jaywalking unless the person is crossing the street is creating a hazard. So you can jaywalk, but you can't be creating like you can't be in the middle of the street going like la 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 and like doing all sorts of weird stuff causing a hazard. But if you just like jaywalk, you're not gonna get ticketed for jaywalking. So yeah, there you go. So it's still illegal, but they've defined it to where you can't like you know, you can't get ticketed for it like that. And citation. My brother got a ticket one time for jaywalking, and he was so angry. I remember this was back when he didn't have as much money. This was decades ago. I remember he got a ticket for jaywalking. And he was so angry, man. He was so angry. He was so angry that he got a ticket. I mean, the funny thing is that so many people jaywalk in California. Like, it doesn't, I mean, you might as well just not be illegal. You know what I'm saying? Or like, just don't have to worry about, hey, you're jaywalking. Like, so many people jaywalk, it's like not even funny. So yeah. The funny thing is that her brother only has a specific amount of game time per day. The government literally decides that for minors. Oh yeah, I heard about that in China. Yeah, it's definitely like, I don't know if I can deal with it just because obviously if I lived here, but if I grew up in that environment, I probably could deal with it, you know. But it'd probably be good, man. So like, you know, certain people have a certain amount of time. You don't want them spending all their time playing video games all day. But then again, sometimes people playing video games all day leads to some good things. You learn how to code, you learn how to program, maybe you learn how to do different things. You learn how to build game worlds, and you get interested in making games for a living, you know? So yeah. See, he needs to study. He's lazy. Yeah, man, gotta study, dude. I mean, China's schooling is a lot more rigorous than here in America too. Or, I don't know, Big Milo, you're like Denmark, right? Big Milo. So I don't know how school is there. Like, how's you guys' school system? Like, is it tough for kids and all that? Oh, sorry, Netherlands. My bad. Not Denmark. Netherlands. Yeah, how's it over there? I need to go to the Netherlands, by the way. That's another place I need to go to. Never been. So yeah. Let's see here, Big Mouth. To be honest, I don't trust what Western media have to say about China anymore, especially after the social credit debacle years ago. Oh, well, just some think that's a thing. Yeah, I mean, honestly, man, I don't even pay attention to I don't even pay attention. Like, when stuff goes across like YouTube, you know, and all of that. So I don't even really look at it no more, man. To be honest, like, to keep it a buck, because like there's so much stuff, you know, going out, like people saying this or that or whatever the case is. It just becomes annoying, you know? So yeah, I don't really look at it like that no more. But see, it's very easy, to be honest, if you compare it to China. Oh, okay. All right, well, I mean, from what I've seen so far, from like what I see from here in America, like, the schooling seems to be considerably easier than when I was younger. When I was younger, it was somewhat difficult, but it seems like it's a lot easier here in America now, like for like the schooling system. So you might not be the only place. I have the Sesame credit score on my Alley Play. I can easily ignore it. I don't know what that means at all. So yeah, I have no idea what that means. I want to visit all the cons before I pass, one way or somehow. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's got to be, like, I want to go to each one. I've been to a lot of continents, but yeah, I haven't been to all of them. So yeah, absolutely, man. I think it'd be fun. Absolutely. I think it'd be dope. But all right, guys, I think we've exhausted our topics for the most part. My girl was surprised we found out it's not normal to work overtime at work. Yeah, like China and Japan, it's like very industrious. People work so much, whereas like in other places it's like not so much, you know. But thank you guys so much for coming out to tonight's stream. Like I said, we pretty much went through all the topics. I don't think we have anything else to go over. We pretty much hit the 3-hour mark. So if you guys have not seen my most recent video, check it out. It's awesome. It's really good. You know, I talk about the Nintendo Switch 2 leak, that type of stuff. So thank you guys so much for coming out to the stream. Appreciate you guys watching. Shout out to all the viewers. We had tons of viewers on Twitter and on YouTube and all that. So thank you guys so much. I might take tomorrow off just because we did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We did all that New Year. So I might take tomorrow off. Might take a little day off tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. So we might take tomorrow off and then we'll be back. I'll have a video though for you guys. So we'll probably have a video for you guys in the morning or afternoonish, depending on when you watch stuff. So yeah. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out. Shout outs to Big Shot X. Ended the stream as the Hokage Stream Ninja. Thank you guys for the donos, man. You guys all kind of bad scent. Garbear, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Future Millionaire, Jumpmon, Momo, Super Christian Me World, thank you for the multiple donos. Dr. Smooth, Sam Talks Games, Shaw X, once again, Brandon F. Thank you guys for everything tonight. You guys we had a great stream. Appreciate you guys coming through. Like I said, watch the video if you haven't seen it. The video is right here. Check it out. And if you're looking for some action games to play on your Nintendo Switch, we had a big 30 must-buy action games that you can check out. That's up available to watch right now. So if you guys want to watch that, check it out. It's a good video. And yeah, and I will see you guys probably tomorrow or no, not tomorrow. Maybe I'll take tomorrow off, and then I'll see you guys maybe Friday for the next one. So all right, guys, peace out. Love y'all. Deuces.